On today's Pardon My Take, we are live in Nashville
Why?
for the beer games.
That's right.
So we have surprised the boys. We're going to have Will Compton on the show. We actually taped it a week ago. We talk about everything that fell apart and then came back together. We also are doing a bonus extra concussion test where we were given some clues in our interview with Will last week, and we're going to tape the end of the show after the beer game, so you get some drunk Pardon My Take today. We're going to talk about the Stanley Cup final. We're going to do some hot seat, cool throne, and then we have the Mt Rushmore of things you say to your boys drunk, which we will do drunk. So who knows how that's going to go.
I plan on being very drunk for this.
This is going to be a very unique Pardon My Take, because we're going to start sober this morning. Then you're going to hear us talking to Will. Then you're going to get us live from beer games after all the festivities. So you're going to get the whole transformation, and it's brought to you by our friends at Draftkings. Get ready for a night full of big fights and big action. It's UFC 303, and it can be even bigger. Jump in on all the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a fighter to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your fighter, place your first bet. It's that simple. The light heavyweight title is on the line in the main event, but there are so many more amazing matchups happening in Vegas. And speaking of amazing, if you're new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for new customers. Get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Get that big fight feel only on DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Okay, let's go.
Hey, football guy. Patino. AWS. Pardon my take. Yeah. Pardon my take. Yeah. Pardon my take. Yeah. Pardon my take. Yeah. Pardon my take.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE. For new customers, get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Get that big fight feel only on DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Today is Wednesday, June 26th, and the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions.
And Connor McDavid cannot win the big one.
That part is unfortunately true unless you count the Conn Smythe trophy as the big one. But the Panthers did it. They stopped what would have been the most embarrassing Stanley Cup final ever, because we've had the 3-1 we've had the 3-0 teams lose in the hockey playoffs. Obviously, it's happened in baseball, but never in the actual final.
I think didn't
Oh, it was
happen
in
like
1942. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was pre-war.
Yes,
and it was
yes.
the Toronto Maple Leafs.
That's what.
that
Yeah,
did it.
Witt
But
said. Yeah, your boy
this-
Hitler was still alive.
Yeah, my boy. Well,
Yeah.
he had one good idea, which was to kill Hitler.
Yes, that's true.
We can agree on that.
Yes.
But this would have been. They stole history from us. That's kind of how I look at this.
Yes.
Like, congrats to the Panthers. You earned it. You were the better team over the course of 7 games. However, I'm mourning the lack of history that was made last night.
It did feel. I was rooting for the Oilers. I wanted to see Connor McDavid get his big moment. It felt like it was all working perfectly. You have those times in sports where it's like, if you know the whole cliche, like if you gave this script, everyone would throw it out in Hollywood. That's what it felt like if Connor McDavid had a game-winning goal at the end of the third period or in overtime. But what the Panthers did is they played great defensive hockey, and Bob was awesome again. And it was an awesome, awesome game. That 6-minute stretch where there was no whistle in the second period
It's crazy.
was so much fun to watch, and it ended with a Panthers goal. That was basically the game. That was the game in terms of game-winning goal. But that was the game in the fact that the Oilers had really good chances. The Panthers had really good chances. There was no whistle. They were going back and forth, and it was essentially whoever can get a goal out of this period is going to win this game, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that was a crazy 6-minute period, and I think that the game overall, I don't think was that enjoyable for anybody watching it because it's so stressful.
I enjoyed it because I had no real like no big bet. I had no rooting interest. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
You know what I'm saying though? Like Game 7s in hockey, it's just all anxiety all the time. Like both teams' buttholes are puckered up. All the fan base, they're just terrified of something bad happening. And when you watch that, you can even feel that, at least for me as a neutral party that didn't have a bet on either team, that was just, I was kind of rooting for history, and that's pretty much it.
I was too.
I was still feeling like it was fun because it was sports and it was Game 7. It was a big moment, but the entire time you feel uneasy watching that.
Yeah, but I enjoyed watching every second of it. I thought it was just awesome. Every chance the Oilers, that one chance that McDavid had, like maybe 6 minutes left, where he got the puck poked from him. It was great. It was great. I love Game 7s, and I know what you're saying, but I just, as someone who didn't, I wasn't going to sleep different on who, like if the Oilers won or the Panthers won, it wasn't going to change my life. I had maximum enjoyment of that game.
I liked it because it was Game 7, and it meant a lot. And you could tell that every moment on the ice, like it was an entire like 3 hours of big moments, one right after the other. And I think the Panthers fans, if you were to ask them, how did you feel watching Game 7? They probably hated Game 7.
Oh, yeah.
They probably hated. That was probably, you never want to go back and think about any of that again. You're going to watch the final minute, and you're going to watch, the celebration afterwards, and you're going to feel great about it. But that entire game could not have been comfortable because the entire time it was like, are we going to be the biggest choke artists in history?
And not only that, but it felt like the last 10, 15 minutes of the game was just the Oilers in the Panthers zone getting chance after chance after chance. And then they finally ran out of gas. It was kind of crazy actually watching the end when they pulled a goalie. And the Oilers, like, I think McDavid fell down in the middle of the ice. Someone else had an errant pass. They actually ran out of gas with like a minute left and couldn't even really muster up one final shot.
So as a hockey guy and a sabermetrics guy, I think we can all agree that the goalie should have been pulled with like 6 minutes left in the period.
Yeah, maybe not 6, but I definitely
I think
like
they just
4.5.
I think you pull the goalie super early.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know. It just at the end of the game, they didn't get that guy out of there until like a minute 45, 2 minutes left.
Well, they got screwed by a couple. They lost the face-off, and then they turned it over, and it was like they just never got the correct setup to get him off. I do think they should have got him off earlier. I don't know. 6.5 minutes would be a lot.
Well, I'm joking about 6.5, but it should definitely be more than 1 minute, 45 seconds.
3.5, 4 minutes.
Yeah, so I think a lot of teams, they wait and they like the clock strikes 2 and they're like, okay, now we can pull the goalie because that's what we've seen other teams do. But in that situation, if you don't win,
right,
then what are you doing out there? You might as well just go for it.
Right, and you just need as many shots as you can get, and they never really got set up for that last big shot.
I did not realize how much I liked Paul Maurice until after the game.
Yes.
And his interviews that he was doing. And then I went back and I watched a bunch of his press conferences from earlier this season.
Yep.
That guy, that's central casting hockey coach right there. I appreciate the hell out of that guy. I love him. I also love Brody the dog. Did you guys see Brody the dog?
Brody the dog.
Brody the dog was sitting ringside, front row. A giant, shaggy-ass dog.
I wanna see
you got to
Brody the
check
dog.
out Brody the dog.
Check out Brody
He's
the
that
dog.
dude. I think that's his name.
dog?
I don't know, but he's an influencer.
Brody the dog.
The dog is.
Does he
yeah.
have an OnlyFans?
I think they call him Brody that dude.
Okay, Brody the dog.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Evan Rodriguez. What are you laughing about, memes? Hank just... Oh, not talking in the mic. We are in a hotel in Nashville, by the way. We're in a secret covert operation. No one knows we're here. We'll get to that in a second.
That felt like a personal shot
That was
for
a
memes
personal...
to Hank.
You were,
yeah.
You were snickering at him. Yeah, you were. You both
Oh,
are.
now
You're
memes
both
is blaming
snickering.
Max. He just pointed at Max.
Shane's just sitting in the corner. I
didn't
almost said something,
snicker.
Shane. I didn't...
I just pointed to Hank to talking to the mic.
Shane ordered a ribeye
But
for
then-
breakfast.
And he spat on it before he ate it. He always spits on his ribeyes. All right, wait. Brody the dude? Brody that dude?
Brody that dude. I think if you just look up Brody the dog.
I did look up Brody
Florida.
the dog. I can't find Brody the dog. What I was going to say is shout out Evan Rodriguez being the first Evan on the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
So we might know an Evan, but we're not going to say who it is because we don't want to ruin the illusion for anyone.
Right. We might know a guy that's really good at picking the lottery ball.
Right.
He's not quite.
Scratches his ears a lot.
Yeah, he's not always
Has to go to the
operating
vet a lot.
on 100, but he's operating really, really close to 100.
Correct. Brody, can you pull it up? I'm looking Brody the dog. I mean, Twitter. If you search for Brody the dog on Twitter, you're gonna see someone get hit by a train.
Yeah.
So,
Are
okay,
you
here we
looking
go.
for a cute dog? Well, here's a Russian soldier
Yeah.
getting shot in the head.
Here's a FPV drone attack. Brody the dog, and then his owner is what? Is his owner like a bodybuilder?
I don't care about the owner. I'm obsessed with Brody the dog.
Okay, I like Brody the dog.
Sitting front row. Imagine having seats behind Brody the dog.
Do you think so? The dog influencers.
Mm-hmm. Careful.
What? Oh, Miss Peaches.
Peaches?
I like Miss
Yeah.
Peaches. Miss Peaches is great. But how often do you think there is? I'm trying to use my words carefully here. How often do you think there is? How often do you think fucking happens between two dog owners or a dog owner with that Instagram handle of their dog and
Uses the DMs.
Yeah,
to
uses the DMs
fuck.
to
Yes,
fuck.
that definitely happens
All the time,
All the
right?
time. Yes.
like if you're
Well, not all
Brody
the time.
the dog.
Not all the time.
Is that not weird? Do you not sit back and say, "Hey, I just like I met this chick. We hooked up. We had a great time. We had sex. Oh, how did you guys meet? She slid into my Golden Doodles DMs."
I think that definitely happens a lot. Yes.
It has to happen a lot, but is that not? Is there? Do you tell that story if you get married to this woman?
How we met story?
Yeah.
She thought my dog was cute. I think
Yeah.
that's how you say it. It's no different than going
like
to
a
the
dog park,
taking
yeah.
your dog out on
Yeah.
a walk and someone
True.
comes up, "Hey, can I pet your dog?"
True.
Yeah, you want to fuck?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. It is. It's the same thing. It's just taking it to the new age.
It's just online. It does feel a little scummy because you're using pictures of your dog, and then at some point she might be sexting with an avatar of your dog, sexting
right.
back to her.
Do you think you start the sexting off in your dog voice? Because you
Yeah.
have to leave the illusion that the dog is typing, right?
Yeah, you got to be like,
Like,
"Oh, I got this bone I got to bury."
Yeah, right. Oh.
Yeah. So that definitely happens.
Thanks for hitting up Brody the dog. He's got a red rocket he wants to put in your mouth.
Yeah, the paw emoji. I also think that probably a lot of times two separate dog influencers' parents, they start talking to each other back and forth as the dogs.
Yeah.
As both dogs.
Yeah, play dates.
They DM as the dogs, in character as the dogs, and then at some point be like, are you talking to me or are you talking to dog right now?
Yeah, right. And again, this is not about Ms. Peaches Dave because Dave is famous in his own right. I'm talking about like the people who have no fame, but their dog has insane fame.
You definitely use that dog
Right,
to fuck. 100%.
right. Because like
yes.
it's just a regular person, and then all of a sudden your dog has 2 million followers.
Yeah.
People are hitting that up.
and
They're
then-
not you. Have 1,000. No one knows who you are. They know who your dog is.
And then you start to think that you're famous.
Right.
Because people know your dog.
right. Wow.
Yeah, it's-
okay. I never really thought about.
I would
that.
actually like to have a dog influencer on the show.
Yeah, we should. By the way, this all counts as Stanley Cup recap for anyone who complains.
I mean, it was a
about
great-
hockey. This all is part of the Stanley Cup recap. So when you say, "Oh, you only talked about the Stanley Cup for 2 minutes," no, this counts.
It was a great dog.
Yeah, it was a great
fantastic
dog.
with great seats.
It was a great talk.
So you want to have an interesting debate?
Yeah.
Connor McDavid. Kind of a dick move not accepting the trophy?
Oh, I like it. I think it's a dick move to give him the trophy.
Yes.
It's just you should be allowed to like take yourself out of the conversation.
Yeah, you
It's
should-
like, hey,
yeah.
I lost. I don't want this.
Preemptively decline it. Yeah, I've seen people having the discourse out there about whether or not he's unclassy for not going out on the ice to accept the trophy. One, being unclassy to the league. Two, being unclassy to the fans that traveled from Edmonton. I think that at that point, if you're Connor McDavid, like fuck all that, just go cry in the locker room and do whatever you got to do to get over the loss. Like it's kind of fucked up to expect a guy to go back out there on the ice and be like, "Thank you for this prestigious award" right after the biggest soul crushing moment of my life.
That is a true no-win situation.
Yeah.
If he stays and accepts that trophy, everyone will make fun of him
Yeah.
and say, "What a loser! You actually held up that trophy after losing the Stanley Cup." Yeah, I have no problem with him not accepting it. Why would you want to accept it? It's cool that he won it. He was the best player in these playoffs. He broke all these records, but fuck off on giving me that trophy after I just had my guts ripped out and was on the brink of a historical comeback. Yeah, no, I have no problem with it. I didn't realize. So obviously I know the Stanley Cup stays in Toronto. I didn't realize the Conn Smythe does as well. I like the fact that you just don't get any of these trophies in the NHL.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So you don't get a moment with it?
You get a moment with it, but then you have to give it back.
You don't get to take
You
it
have
for
to
the
keep
summer.
giving back the trophies, because I was joking, like if it was like the NBA MVP or Super Bowl MVP, they get the actual trophy. If you won that as the losing team, I would sell that in auction so fast and just hope that the cash I got back filled the void of the loss in my heart, which it wouldn't, but it would try.
You certainly can't be proud of that trophy.
You can't display it.
No. Imagine having that in your house.
No.
And they're like, oh, Conn Smythe winner. Congratulations.
The only way that Conn Smythe trophy becomes cool for Connor McDavid is if he ends up winning like 4 or 5 cups.
Yeah.
And he wins the Conn Smythe in all of those cups. And then it becomes a fun little trivia, like Connor McDavid has 5 Stanley Cups and 6 Conn Smythes. That's cool.
Yeah, I would say.
But other than that, it's not going to be a cool trophy.
I would say it's probably the meanest gift you can give to somebody.
Yeah. And
Besides
Gary
herpes.
Bettman, did you see he tried so hard to kind of, he knew how awkward the moment was. So he, instead of just saying the Conn Smythe trophy goes to Connor McDavid, he was like, and this player broke all types of records these playoffs. He broke Wayne Gretzky's assist record, like almost like a Mount Rushmore pick, being like, this is why I'm picking it.
Yeah.
This is why it's a good pick.
You can't give that award to him.
No.
It feels very mean. It feels very mean and pointed.
Just give it to Bob. Look,
Bob
Connor
was great.
McDavid, the back-to-back 4-point games were insane. He was not it's a team sport, but he did not have his big moment in the last, 5 periods of this series, 6 periods of this series.
I would
Get
say
a puck on his stick with an empty net.
Right.
Yeah, I would say it would be better to not give him the trophy than it would be to give him the trophy, because if you don't give him the trophy, then everyone's always going to say that was a great series, but you know what? Connor McDavid should have gotten the Conn Smythe trophy. And so it becomes a positive as opposed to like, yeah, he got it, but he lost the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. It sucks. Sucks for the Oilers, but great for the Panthers. Throwing rats on the ice. It's the Panthers probably are one of the not most shit on fan bases, but they've got to be at the bottom of respect. But there are some diehard Panthers fans. It's kind of like when the Blackhawks played the Kings in 2015, I want to say, and I went out to LA and I got like mingling with some of the Kings fans. I realized there was some really, really cool, very diehard Kings fans, and that's a fan base that gets shit on as well. Warm weather, climate, all that stuff. I think Florida's probably the similar, where it's like, it's not the most popular sport in South Florida, but there are definitely some fans that have been along for the ride for the entirety of this franchise existence and been through some really shitty days. And this is a really cool, being able to stop the most embarrassing loss in Stanley Cup final history is both satisfying and probably the biggest relief you can possibly have.
Yeah, shout out Brooks.
Yeah,
He
shout
was
out Brooks.
Definitely super happy. Yeah, if you're a diehard Panthers fan and you've gone to games over the years where you've stunk, your team has been bad, you're in South Florida, nobody cares about hockey except for you, you've gone through losing seasons, you're more battle tested than most fan bases out there.
And it's specific to, I think, hockey more than anything. Like the warm weather hockey fan bases are always going to be up against it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that they can really do to convince the rest of the hockey community that they are actually diehards just by the fact that they're warm weather climates.
You have to go to games wearing sweaters in the 99-degree weather.
Right.
That's hardcore shit.
Right. And their arenas in a mall, I think.
Sunrise.
Yes, Sawgrass or Sunrise.
Sunrise, Florida.
The and Jake missed it by 2 shows to be on the list of people who have championships, and it would have left only Max. We can give this to Jake.
Yeah, no, Jake was on part of my take for the Stanley Cup Finals, just not the last couple games.
So Jake finishes it off that everyone who's been on part of my take has won some type of championship.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There's a lot of people in my DM saying that I have to leave part of my take to ever win a championship.
Oh, unfortunately, you can't legally ever leave. If you look at your contract,
Yep.
you're in indentured servitude to me and PFT for the rest of your life.
Good.
So, yeah, that's non-negotiable. But guess what? You might win one at some point.
Phillies look pretty good.
Yeah, Phillies look good.
We'll get to that.
Okay,
Best
we'll get
team
to
in
that. We'll get to
baseball.
that. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Corey Perry.
Yes.
Unfortunate for Corey Perry.
What
on
a
the
shame.
Oilers. The right winger on the Oilers. He lost the Stanley Cup for his 4th time in 5 years on 4 different teams. So he was on the Stars, the Canadiens, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Edmonton Oilers.
I'm so sad for Corey Perry.
Tough for him.
Corey Perry's a fucking scumbag.
Why do you not like Corey Perry? I don't know anything about him.
I mean, he was on the Blackhawks this year. Then there was all rumors, but I hate him from when he was on the Ducks.
Oh, that's right. I remember he's that guy from the Blackhawks.
Yes,
he's a real.
But I hated him before.
Yeah.
He was on the Blackhawks in this shit.
He's a real motherfucker.
I hated him on the Ducks though, because the Ducks and the Hawks went after each other a bunch.
Also, how about this? In the Jake files for, whoa, that's wild. Jason Tatum,
Yeah.
Kachuk
Yeah.
went to high school together.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
I don't think that's wild because we've heard about it so much.
It's wild.
It's like one of it's lost its wild meter.
It's the Stafford.
Yeah, but they've been playing that
Kershaw.
video for like 5 years, so it's like the wild meter's gone.
That picture was everywhere last night.
Yeah. Wouldn't you agree though? The wild meter goes down once to be wild, it has to be one of those things that people didn't really expect or didn't really realize, but they've hit us over the head with it so much that
it's Kershaw Stafford.
Yeah,
it's
right.
yeah.
It's not even wild anymore.
I still think Kershaw Stafford's wild.
Yeah, I mean it's not. They just say it's wild.
It's wild. Who do you think is the bigger star between those two? At their
Kachuk.
high school, Kachuk because it's St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
Big hockey town.
Do you think
So Kachuk's Batman, Tatum's
Do you
Robin.
think it's aura to wear a T-shirt with your own picture on it?
No.
Yeah,
I mean, I could find like hundreds of these.
Yeah, and I have no aura. Perfect example. Great. Find it. I have no aura.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, I have no aura.
Did you know what the word aura meant like
No.
a fucking week ago?
No, but now I do, and it's awesome because it triggers you so
Yeah,
hard.
I just know that it makes Hank
it's like, I
mad.
don't care. You guys, it's whatever.
Yeah,
It's
no,
you
it
guys
triggers you bad.
grasping like as hard as you possibly can for anything. It's like
You even said it in your caption that Jaylen Brown went all the way to France and then came back for a Red Sox game. And you're like, that's maximum aura. Wow, Jason Tatum was in that picture with him.
I did not say that.
Yeah, you did.
No.
What did you say?
I did not.
What did you say?
I said Jalen went from Boston to Paris and then Paris back to Boston. That's dedication.
Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting.
Under a picture of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown that the Red Sox captioned.
But you
aura.
didn't mention Jason Tatum in that picture because you couldn't even see him because he has no aura.
No, my point was just that Jaylen Brown's dedicated.
You can't even see him.
Well, don't worry. Jaylen Brown might be running you out of business. We'll get to that.
What?
Oh,
Look at that necklace. We'll get to it. Hot seat, cool throne.
What is it?
We'll get to it. Hot seat, cool throne.
What is it, Hank? Tell me. Tell me what it is.
I don't. Well, hot seat, cool throne.
Okay. All right. Let's just do hot seat, cool throne then. By the way, we are just to set the table. We're gonna have Will Compton on that we taped last week, and then at the end of the show, we're gonna do our Mt Rushmore drunk after beer game. So you're seeing the whole evolution of today's. You're basically going on an entire day with us because we're taping this at 8 a.m. in our hotel room, and then we're going to be taping the end after beer games in Taylor Wan's house. So you're going to get to see it all. Hot Seat Cool Throne brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. We're going to drink some Coors Light today. That's a fact. We love Coors Light. Hot Seat Cool Throne is presented by Coors Light. You don't have to be selling out stadiums to feel like you're chilling backstage. You just need Coors Light. Coors Light wants to make your summer more chill with limited edition backstage 6-packs curated by some of your favorite artists. Because music plus Coors Light equals chill amplified. Coors Light is the only choice when you're ready to choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged for a smoother finish. Amplify your chill this summer with Coors Light. Choose chill. Choose Coors Light. Visit CoorsLight.com/summermusic to see how Coors Light can amplify your summer. And be sure to keep an eye out on Coors Light social handles and Coors Light Backstage 6pack.com all summer long for the drops. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. CoorsLight.com/summermusic to see how Coors Light can amplify your summer. And be sure to keep an eye out on Coors Light social handles and Coors Light Backstage 6pack.com all summer long for the drops. Okay. Hank, Hot Seat Cool Throne.
My hot seat's coffee.
Why?
We do have new Stella Blue.
You just
flavors.
took. You don't have a Hot Seat Cool Throne, so you took.
No. All right, I was gonna try and plug before I told you how Jaylen Brown's gonna run.
But wait, why wouldn't you put coffee on the Cool Throne?
because it's on the hot seat. So look up do you see the necklace Jaylen Brown's been wearing?
Wait, are you going to actually plug Jaylen Brown's coffee company? Does he have one?
Well, no, Big Cat. That's the thing. It's not coffee.
Oh.
What is it?
It's
Cocaine?
It's caffeine in a necklace.
What?
Yeah, it's cocaine.
That necklace, ready?
What?
This is the website. Dave said like when they were walking out, he's like, "What is that necklace?" I was like, "I guarantee it's something crazy." Then I looked it up. It's thousands of dollars.
Oh, okay, so we're good.
It's patented technology to biostream compounds like caffeine and melatonin digitally without you having to ingest them. No lingering side effects, no stomach discomfort.
Okay, so Jaylen
It's
Brown
proven
got
safe and
scammed.
effective with years of clinical consumer data. Happy's tiny magnetic songs naturally stimulate bioreceptors in cell to recreate the same sensations without side effects.
I'm in.
Fall asleep faster and stay asleep. Get the rest you need to feel better. Maintain focus during the day and increase performance. Simply choose the blend you'd like to play, and Happy does the rest. So basically you can just wear a necklace and get caffeine ingested into you.
I am going to purchase one of these.
Can you-
This seems like the best
Yeah.
idea ever. So it's a necklace that digitally puts caffeine into your bloodstream.
And melatonin if you want it.
So either can you
you go to
control which is
sleep.
which?
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah. 25 blends are
Why,
available to
why are
help
there different
imitate the
blends?
natural
Do you even
magnetic.
taste them? I don't know. There's no way you taste them. So why would there be different blends? All right, yeah, it's a fair hot seat. You're right, Hank. I'm kind of screwed.
The best part is that as soon after you turn your Happy off, your body simply stops feeling the blend. No lingering side effects. Nothing left in your body to metabolize or eliminate.
I love how dumb athletes are sometimes. It's the best.
They're just like, someone came up with this and was like, oh, we'll get at least one guy to buy this, one pro athlete to buy this. All we need, that probably was the business model. They're like, let's create a necklace and say that it digitally inserts caffeine into your body. And then they said, well, how are we going to make money? And they're like, well, did you see the new max in the NBA is $300 million? All we need is one guy. And they're just get him. He's got Jaylen Brown. Good for Jaylen Brown. What's the point of having $300 million if you don't spend it on junk science? Right?
I agree. It can't hurt.
Right.
Actually, probably
It
can.
could absolutely
definitely
hurt.
Yeah, it could destroy your
100%
career.
100% hurt.
Yeah, I'm in though. I'm in.
It's
Listen,
like the new fighting necklace.
Yeah, would you say
Yeah.
it has aura?
I'm done answering this question.
I think if you wear this chain, you have aura.
Somehow just saying the word aura you just hate it so much.
I don't
Do
hate
you
it. It's
hate
just
it
like
because Tatum doesn't have any?
it's just
Max? Yeah.
Well, he knows it wouldn't bother him so much
Right,
if he didn't
exactly,
know that Jason
exactly.
Tatum had no
like,
aura.
no, like Big Cat literally doesn't know what the definition of aura is. He
It's,
just knows
if you
he's like,
see it, you can tell.
you can
You don't
just-
have to know the
right.
definition.
right. Yeah,
That's a fact, is it not?
it's subjective, and you're never going to accept the fact that they both have it.
PFT, are you following this?
No, I mean, I'm going to continue saying aura.
PFT's
No, I
just
know.
looking for where he can
I'm
find
trying
his
to I'm trying to find the
necklace.
necklace
He
right
is-
now.
He is checked out until he finds out where he can
No, I
find his
gotta buy
necklace.
this necklace. I wonder if they make a cock ring. Yeah, no, Hank, he doesn't. I'm sorry. I'm just being realistic.
It doesn't.
It bothers
It's just
him
you're going to
so
keep
much.
doing it. Like you've already run into the ground, and
No, I'm not running
God.
into the ground. It's just
Oh, no,
stating
definitely
fact.
No, we're
For
shooting
sure.
it to the moon.
Definitely haven't.
No.
And you definitely won't. It'll
And
be
a
fu-
good
it'll be
thing it
funny
doesn't
every
bother
time.
you.
No, yeah, it'll be funny every
Right.
time.
Right. Good thing it
Hank,
doesn't bother.
okay, let me ask you this.
This is so doesn't bother
When,
you.
when Jason Tatum gets to a microphone, when he's about to give a speech, are you worried, like, oh, don't say anything dumb?
No.
I would be.
This is like the biggest cope I've ever heard. Like,
Don't
it's
say
not
the
one that-
cope.
Don't
It
say
is a
anything
cope.
cringe, Jason.
You guys are
It's
like, we
not a
can't accept
cope.
the fact that the Celtics just won the championship.
No, that's
how do we
easy.
try and tear them down? How do we try and create division?
It's not tearing him down. It's just stating a fact.
I think this way with Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, true.
Every time
Nick
we go,
Sirianni
yeah,
does not have
no
aura.
No aura.
But if he
At
had
least
an
I'm willing to
NBA
admit it.
championship, he'd be like, "Kiss the ring, bitch," and that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but that's fine. But you can. Both of those things can be true.
But you can't.
You can
you,
say
not
kiss
for
the
Nick
ring.
Sirianni.
no, but you can't
No,
say
I'm saying
kiss
for you.
You can't say kiss the ring, bitch. While at the same time thinking, I wish they would stop talking about his aura.
I don't think that.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I don't
You're
care.
thinking that right now.
No, I think it's just
You're
it's
like,
sad.
I hate these guys so much.
Hank, I would love it if my team won a championship and the biggest gripe was that their star didn't have aura.
Correct. That's a great thing. That's
Yeah.
a great position to be.
Oh,
Now,
so
a
you're
better
not- he's their
position.
star.
A better,
In your mind.
yeah, a better position to be PFT
You
would
said
be.
that.
No, I'm saying in your mind, the gripe
would-
is that your favorite player doesn't have aura. I would love that.
Who said he's my favorite player?
A better position to be though, PFT would be winning a championship and having all your guys have aura.
That would be great. Yeah, it'd be better than having your main guy that you love so much not have aura.
Define aura.
I said,
Jaden Daniels.
if you have to ask, you can't afford it. That's a fact. You probably don't know what it means. Oh, looks like I got you.
No, I don't. I don't.
Go
I
ahead,
don't
explain
care.
it.
I don't
Define
know.
it. Yeah,
I don't
see,
know.
That's the problem. So that's
Big
there's
Cat.
the problem. He doesn't know what it looks like.
Big Cat, does Tom Brady have aura?
No, you. If we were
Yes,
still
he
playing,
does.
you try
Yeah,
to say
agreed.
no. Yeah.
No, he does.
No,
He
no, he
does.
definitely.
I was thinking about
He
it.
definitely does have aura.
I was going through.
So it's not an anti-Hank thing. This
Yeah.
is just we're calling it as we see it. We're journalists.
KG has a shitload.
Yes.
Painting your nails. Aura.
Yes.
Yeah, a good thing you're not upset.
Wait. I know what you're doing, Hank, but like, as an innocent bystander, you can't say that Caleb Williams
He
doesn't
has,
have aura.
He has so much.
He's got.
You could say
if
that
anything, he's
maybe
got too
it's-
much aura.
Right. You could say that.
Would you rather have aura or championship?
I'd rather have both. Good answer. You didn't
you
see
had to-
that coming.
No, I
You
didn't.
didn't see that coming. I'd rather have both.
Um,
All right, that was today's Aura Talk.
I'd rather-
Tune in on Friday where we somehow trick Hank into talking about this again.
it's not a trick. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna be like, hey, today, I woke up, and you're gonna be like, this is aura.
I'd like to have championship aura. That's what I'd like.
You saying that it doesn't bother you is the biggest lie ever.
No, it's just like it's one of those things where it's like this conversation is going to happen in circles forever, and it's just it's like it is annoying. Not that, I don't care about you guys acting like Jason Tatum doesn't have aura. I just know that every time I speak for the next 6 months, it's gonna be like, yeah, but does Jason Tatum have aura?
You really sound like a guy who doesn't care. This past week, you sound exactly like a guy who doesn't
Listen,
care.
Hank,
like, what am I-
Conversation.
what
You've
am I
had,
supposed to say?
you've had a 2-week suck off on this show. Can we not
Yeah.
punch your balls once?
Absolutely.
been-
You're gonna
people
ask
are getting upset at
I need
us.
you in better vibes for
You're
today.
gonna
Yeah,
you're gonna
I
ask
need
you
you
need
in
better
better- I need
vibes.
better-
for
I need
today,
better
'cause you're
vibes out of you
competing
from
in the.
today.
We didn't even say that you're competing in the beer Olympics.
Yeah, I'm honored. Speaking of that,
People need us to bring you back down a little bit. Otherwise, they're going to unsubscribe from the show.
oh, that's already happened. Probably.
I'm starting to think.
Probably.
Big Cat sidebar.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think Hank doesn't have aura.
Max
Max
has
has aura,
aura.
big time.
It's not great aura, but
No.
he's got it.
yeah,
There's
he's like
something
the kid
about
from
him.
fucking Peanuts.
What?
Are you talking
Wait,
about,
what?
are you talking about Pigpen?
Yeah.
The dirty kid?
You called him the dirty kid from Charlie Brown?
No, I think he's talking about Charlie Brown when he misses the. When he
Oh,
misses.
No,
are
I
you
was
talking
talking
about
about
actual
Pigpen.
Charlie Brown?
No, he's talking about Pigpen.
Yeah.
You
But
didn't
Charlie
even know
Brown,
who Pigpen was.
Charlie Brown would have been a better comparison, kicking the field goal.
Yeah, he
Charlie
is
Brown
Charlie
has
Brown.
aura.
He did.
No. This is
Snoopy does.
This is like what it's a classic Twitter meme. It's like there's always people on here trying to claim something that's just not true. Like Charlie Brown had hose low
Yeah.
key. No, he did not.
Yeah, I think we found more than anything that Hank has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to aura.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Can you send me the link to this necklace? I can't
Nah,
find it.
not anymore. Fuck you. I'm gonna order one though.
Okay.
My cool throne is 3 beers.
Yeah?
Did you guys see this yesterday?
No.
Nick Beans,
Yeah.
golfer. He's never played a PGA Tour sanctioned event. He's never played in an event bigger than a state open. So no Corn Ferries, no professional, nothing. He was in like a qualifier, just a regular Monday qualifier to get into the Rocket Mortgage Open. He finished his round. I think he was, in contention, but still needed some things to happen. Drank 3 beers, and then the round ended, and he ended up in a playoff and won the playoff.
I love that. I love
And
that.
he said he was like, they're like, how do you think this is going to affect? You had 3 beers before the playoff, and because it's not an official event, because his round was over, like it's allowed because like he finished his round, he can do whatever he wants. He drank 3 beers. They asked him how he felt. He's like, 3 beers are going to make me play perfect. Like,
Yes.
it's the perfect amount.
It is. It is. Forget
So 3 beers is like
No, that's
for the
always-
Yeah.
for the people that say like I need you hit a bad shot or you have a couple bad holes. You're like I need to drink 3 beers, which happens to me every round basically. It's true.
The 4 beer rule is what I've always gone by. If you go to the 4th beer, you basically have to go to 10. Or you like because 4 beers, if you have 4 beers, you're signing up for maybe not a hangover, but at least feeling a little off in the morning. Anything under 4, you can survive and feel fine and still get a little buzz.
I think 3 beers is the perfect
the
amount
perfect
for
amount.
golfing, especially
Yeah.
where it's like you get the buzz going, you're having a good time, but you don't get that crash afterwards. And I don't think it affects your game. If anything, it makes you more relaxed.
Yeah.
Golf in general is all about finding the golden ratio of alcohol to nicotine to whatever other substances you're ingesting on the course to get to that perfect balance and then just stay at that balance. Now, you never stay at that balance because it's actually perfect for a playoff hole because you get one hole to hit that exact right ratio. But if you have to play like a back 9 and you hit that 3 beer level on hole number 11,
Yeah, then you're
guess
tinkering
what?
with it.
Yeah, then you tinker with,
Yeah.
you experiment with the level. I forget about zillion beers. Like 3 beers should be a brand.
Yeah, 3 beers is great.
3 beers and a Fanta, maybe.
Actually, we have to drink 3 beers to start the beer games today.
3 beers, perfect.
Out of a boot, each of us. That's going to suck.
Yeah, I'm going tortoise in the pear mode.
Yeah,
Tortoise in the pear? What?
they're both
Oh, I guess
tortoises.
the hair, yeah. So Max, yeah, we'll go tortoise in the pear mode.
You go tortoise
Okay.
in the pear.
Who's the tortoise and who's pear?
I'm gonna go hair.
Your hair?
You go hair?
I'm
Hair in
but
the
he
pear.
loses the race.
Yeah, that's fine. I always
Max,
No, but-
Max would read the tortoise in the hair and say, I don't know, man. I still think the hair is going to win.
Dude, the
I'm
hair.
going hair in the pear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
hair
wait,
is
Max.
very early.
What place did the hair finish in?
the second.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, PFT.
My hot seat is going to be. Hank took one of mine.
Okay.
I literally had one.
My hot seat is going to be Croatia because
Oh.
Croatia lost in the 8th minute of
Wait, what
stoppage
was your
time.
Wait, which one?
I just lied about that.
Tortoise
Yeah,
the
I was
pear.
gonna say because you didn't know about the necklace, and there's no way you knew about the 3 beers.
Yeah. No, my.
Wait, I didn't. Good catch, Hank.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
was totally going with it. I was just like, yeah.
After I said that, and I remembered what Hank's hot seat cool throne was, and I was like, which one am I going to lie about having? Oh, shit, I can't do either one. I guess I'll just fess up to it.
You could do Max.
No, I actually have some. It was just
Okay.
on the wrong tab that I opened up. So my hot seat is going to be Gay Paris,
Oh,
Paris, for the Olympics. Did you see about the plan that a bunch of Parisians had to fuck with their government?
No.
I actually respect this out
Okay.
of the French. So the president, Emmanuel Macron, and I think the mayor, Hidalgo, or whatever of Paris, they were going to jump into the river in Paris to show how clean it was and to promote the Paris Olympics. So then thousands of French people said, you know what? On this day, we're going to do a flash mob down at the river. We're all going to go into the river and we're going to shit in it so that the shit gets on to our president and the mayor of the city.
Oh, that's
which
awesome.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the politics are behind all this. I just think that it rocks to say we're going to take a shit on our president.
Yes.
I think that's a very fun thing to do. But then Macron said that he's not going to get in the river after all, citing like a political concern. So he just didn't want to get shit on him. Kind of a pussy move.
Oh,
to not
that is a
jump in the
pussy
river.
move.
But I stand with the French.
I
on
do
that-
too.
on
That's
that
an awesome.
one.
That's an awesome move.
a good
Trying
move.
to just do a quick prank on your president.
Take a shit on him.
Why not?
One day a year, we should all get to shit on the president.
At least throw stones at him.
Yeah.
Do the lottery.
Yeah, but it's always the president.
It's
that
always
wins.
the president.
Yeah. No, there should be like 10 people that get to slap the president, and you enter a lottery at the end of every year, and then they draw out of the millions of participants, they draw 10 numbers, and then you just get to walk into a room and just power slap the fuck out of whoever the president is.
Yeah, I honestly think though that if you smacked Biden, it would be like that show. Is it cake or what is it, cake or not?
Is it cake?
Yeah, is it cake?
Will it cake?
Yeah, will it cake? You just slap him and you just be like, wait, why do I have cake all on my hand? And he just melts.
Or his head might spin 360 degrees around like in The Exorcist and just open his mouth and
Yeah.
scream at you.
Yeah.
My cool throne is going to be focusing. Focusing is on the cool throne because JJ Redick, new coach of the Los
Yes.
Angeles Lakers, he said that he is no longer in the content game. He is not doing any podcasts anymore. He turned his back on the podcast community that built him up to the point that he's at right now. Big time backstabbing move on JJ's part. And I would just like to say I think we should ban him from Part of My Take. Mm-hmm. JJ's banned from Part of My Take.
Well-
No longer invited on the show.
I'd still like him on if he
Unless he
come on.
decides to
if
do
he'd like to
podcasts
come
again.
on.
And if he decides that he can do podcasts again, then he can come back on
Yes,
the show.
yes.
But until that moment, he's banned from Part of My
Correct.
Take.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I would personally, I would never take an NBA head coaching job that banned me from podcasting.
Nope.
But that's just me. I guess
Nope.
it shows you where the priorities are once and for all.
They're exactly right. Exactly.
And then in his introductory press conference, he used the F word. He used bad language.
He swore.
And people are angry about that.
People are really angry about that. I saw Peter Vesey saying he was upset about it. Frank Isola said, enough already with the bleeping profanity in public. And
The what?
The bleeping
Excuse me?
profanity in public and during press conferences, politician, athletes, coaches, over the top. Disgusting.
And JJ would say, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. I did kind of appreciate it. I liked it. Also, Rob Pelinka had one of the worst haircuts ever, which I think was intentional.
I'm not Rob Lowe.
Yeah, and also everyone talk about my haircut, not talk about the fact that JJ Redick's coaching experience is fourth grade.
Yeah, that was a bad graphic that they
That
showed.
was a tough graphic.
Well, is fourth grade volunteer head coach.
Fourth grade volunteer. I think JJ will do a good job. I just wish they were a little bit more honest about it, and especially LeBron, because he said that he had no interaction or discussion with JJ during the coaching decisions.
Mm-hmm.
He did a 4-month interview on a podcast with him.
They never
A
talked.
4-month interview.
They never talked about getting together. They never
talked
that.
about basketball philosophy.
No, they never talked. That conversation was all between the proper channels, JJ Redick and Rob Pelinka only.
How stupid does he think that was a literal interview?
Well, what's weird is that it's not tampering.
No,
Like,
it was genius.
yeah,
but just say what it was.
Yeah, LeBron, you can have conversations with people and be like, I think this guy would be a good coach.
Right. And
then you can make a recommendation during your team's coaching search. That would be a normal, expected thing to do. I don't understand why he's lying about this.
Right. Just say, yeah, we decided, we realized that podcasting is the greatest loophole ever, and we did a podcast about our philosophies of basketball. While doing it,
Yeah.
I was essentially interviewing him for the job, and then we hired him.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
I just think that it's sad that,
The JJ
he
swears.
he would know he was and also he was a podcaster.
Yeah, true.
And then now he's trying
turned
to
our back on
Now
us.
he's trying to act like he's not a podcaster anymore.
He turned his back on the family.
He used podcasting.
Yes,
That's what
as a
irritates me
stepping
the most.
stone.
He used it's a stepping stone job.
Yes, exactly.
It's sad.
It is sad. Okay, my hot seat is Max. Max is on the hot seat
I don't know why.
because Dave Portnoy, our boss, has decided to make a bet on MLB futures, and he put $200,000 on the Philadelphia Phillies.
They're a great team.
Max, let's talk about this for a second because I have bet on the Eagles and the Phillies and Nova, and I have jumped in your hole on different sports. There is a big difference between me and Dave in this respect.
Yeah, no,
Because I always will love you, no matter what. I like at the end of the day, I like jumping in your hole and being there side by side, but like I genuinely love you. Dave hates you. He detests you as a human being.
yeah, I'm aware.
So
When Hank said this before the show started, my heart like sunk.
yes,
Yeah,
It is like the last thing that I want to.
So what's going to happen when you're in your overalls and pigtails screaming at us?
I think the vibe is going to be much different. This
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about Max, though, is you cannot control yourself when it comes to Philly sports. Like
You love the Phillies.
You can go into it with a strategy
True.
of how you're going to play it, but Max is going to come out no matter what.
I guess it's just gonna be weird because I'm already picturing Dave has that look like when he looks at someone when he wants to blame them for something with sports.
Yeah.
Yes.
That he's just gonna be looking at me if like the Phillies strike out in a big spot, and it's just gonna be like that little side eye, and I'm not gonna be able to. I'm gonna be worried about the Phillies winning the World Series, and then I'm also gonna be worried about the owner of this company like firing me at any point.
Well, he's not going
because
to
it's my
fire you.
fault.
He's not going to fire you. He's not going to fire you. He might
threaten to fire you.
threaten to fire you and also like belittle you and blame you for everything. But he's not going to fire you because he can't fire you.
When Max heard the
But
news,
if he tells me that I should fire you, I might have to fire you. But okay, yeah.
when Max heard the news, you saw his future flash in front of his eyes. Max immediately put himself like looking into early October and seeing all these things Dave was going to be saying to him and doing to him, and Max just he just melted a tiny bit.
And the funniest part, not the funniest part, but the Phillies would have to really fuck up not to be in at least the NLCS because the NL is trash.
Yeah.
Like, they will be in big playoff games.
What are the chances that
There's no way that they're not going to be in big playoff games. They are better.
It's a lock.
They are better than a lot of these teams. Like, the wild card's a joke. The teams that are going to get in are going to be a joke. The Phillies will be in the NLCS.
It would be.
I don't know if they'll win the NLCS.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough
I
series.
mean, the Dodgers are amazing.
I know the Dodgers
Yeah.
would be who they play in the NLCS most likely. But they the way the NL is set up, I think they will be in the NLCS.
I don't know. Baseball's so weird. Anything
That's true.
That's a
can
good
happen.
attitude, Max.
Yeah,
I
there we
like
go,
this
Max.
attitude.
Yeah.
Good. That was your first test.
But I'm just like, what are the chances like the Phillies make it to the World Series? Dave's like, you can't watch this game.
I know
can't-
he wouldn't say that.
say that.
He might say that you can't.
But like,
go to
what if
this
he's
game.
like, you're such bad vibes, like
No.
your
he would
stinkies
not say
around.
No,
that.
because
No.
you're,
Content's king.
yes, you're good for content. So having you on a stream watching the games he's gonna.
Also,
So
he's
that-
probably not going to even stream it.
That's true.
So you're
That's
fine.
A good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
And
Oh, wait.
Smitty.
Is it surviving Barstool is right around playoffs? So maybe he'll watch it.
No, that's a good point, Hank. It's
Smitty.
gonna be
Yeah,
Smitty,
you guys
Smitty
just
and
jump in
Max.
front of Smitty.
Well, no, Smitty will be his punching. Like he, as
Right,
much
I
as he
know.
dislikes me,
Yeah, he hates
dislikes
Smitty.
Smitty.
Right.
10x,
Right.
10x of me.
Roan's the real winner out of all
Yes.
of this.
Yeah,
He wins
right,
everything
yeah,
here.
yeah.
But also, Max, think about the positives. What if they win it all? He might rip you off a fucking check.
I think that
It
it'll all be like, I am the only one to get that
City,
state,
yeah,
that
true,
that
true.
city
True,
will
he'll
win.
take credit for it,
That
yeah.
sta-
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stinky
that's true.
that stinky
that's
loser
true.
Max.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
You're gonna get
Max needed Dave to save him.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what
it's
that's
gonna be.
what-
The only
that's
way
what
you
it'll
can
be.
win is when
Yes.
I step
Correct.
in front. And then he's also going to say, "I'm the only one that believed in Nick Foles. I'm the only one that believed in this Phillies team. I'm the biggest Phillies fan here."
Correct.
Yeah.
And so if they lose, it'll all be my fault. If they win, it'll only be because of Dave.
Yeah,
Yep.
true.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
it's not a great situation to be in.
You'll find your way through.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
You've got good
Okay.
instincts.
All right, my cool throne is Stella Blue Coffee because we have two new flavors.
Do you have necklaces?
We don't, but we can actually work on that. I'll try to get you a necklace.
Okay, yeah.
Blueberry muffin, delicious. Cold brew, two new flavors. Blueberry muffin. This one, if you put a little milk in, it unlocks the entire flavor. And then we have cinnamon sugar donut. Cold brew, super easy to make. Throw 2 pouches in a pitcher.
We're gonna send some of that to Booger.
Yes. Oh, good call. Because he loves coffee, so he can't resist. I'm like, you're eating donuts, dude. So the cinnamon sugar donut's very good. Yeah, put them in your pitcher, throw it in your fridge. You have it for the whole week. Go buy it right now. Help some dogs as well. All right, do we have anything else before we get into Will? And then we will see everyone drunk out of our minds in the other end.
Congrats to Tennessee. Tennessee
Oh,
baseball
yes.
won the College World Series.
That's a team too.
Balls are back.
They I feel like the last few years have been climbing the mountain where they've stumbled. They've had some pretty sad losses. I think did they not make Omaha like a year ago or 2 years ago when they were one of the best teams? Either way, they were dominant all year. They were the number one team. They even lost the first game just to make it a little interesting.
5
Texas
consecutive
A&M.
national championships for the SEC.
Yeah.
Big time. You saw the conference fans come out last night.
Yes.
SEC, we did it again.
Yes. There's like half the country doesn't, a lot of the country doesn't have baseball, but yeah.
But SEC.
Yeah, but SEC. But yeah, congrats to Tennessee, Vol for life. Peyton said this is just the start. He said we're going to start winning in everything.
I mean, football they might be pretty good in football. They've got a great quarterback, but in basketball, I felt like this was the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's okay. You won a national championship.
You won a national title. Flags fly forever.
Yep.
Okay. So we have Will Compton. And then the next time you hear us without Will, we will be drunk as fuck. After whatever has transpired in beer games, you're going to get a live look at what happened today. Let's send it into Will.
We're going to get to Will Compton in a second. He's brought to you by the HBO original series House of the Dragon. The global phenomenon's back. Prepare for a summer of dragons with a new season of the Golden Globe-winning HBO original series House of the Dragon. The acclaimed series returns with more betrayal, more shocking twists, and of course, even more dragons. Following the brutal murder of Rhaenyra's son, House Targaryen is split into 2 warring factions. Westeros is on the brink of war. With House Targaryen divided, the kingdom must choose to support King Aegon's claim to the Iron Throne or back Queen Rhaenyra's return to power after she's sent to exile. There are two sides to every story, and when both sides have dragons, the choice is to bend the knee or to burn. Don't miss the show everyone's going to be talking about on Sunday nights. Season 2 of House of the Dragon is now streaming on Max. To go even deeper into the world of Westeros, listen to the official Game of Thrones podcast on Max or wherever you get your podcasts. And now, here's Will Compton.
Okay, we now welcome on a guest.
I'm so excited for this pod.
No, he's a guest.
It's a guest. We'll see if you can get back to very special guest.
I think
now you're a guest.
I think you're a very special human being.
Yeah.
Even
Very-
Will Compton, he was a guest on Part of My Take. Even better human being.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. When you see him, you're like, there's our special boy.
Yeah.
As of right now.
As
I'm
of
just
right
a
now.
guest.
All right,
No,
so
you're special,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you're not a special guest.
So let's set the stage. So this is being done in secret. You're here for the dozen trivia.
Yes.
When people listen to this, they will know that we are back into beer games.
yeah.
The Beer Olympics?
The beer games.
Now, what would
The-
happen if we said Beer Olympics the entire beer games? Would you guys get sued?
I don't think so.
That would
I
be a
think
shame, PFT.
I think it's more
that
of
would be a shame.
I think it's more of like titling. Like we can't title it that because it's the year of the
What if I titled all of my tweets and everything?
I think you're okay to do that.
What if we
Okay.
wore shirts during the Beer Olympics that just had the Olympic logo, except it was just beer mugs?
I still think that that's okay.
What if
that
we
just
got- what-
I don't know how crazy they are. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like you can't even tweet Super Bowl.
What if I paid JP 1, 2, or 3 to title the video Beer Olympics?
They wouldn't do that.
Everyone's got a price.
They do.
yeah, everyone's
But
got a
I
price.
would think that they would say, "Hey, we're getting offered this amount of money.
Right.
Change the title.
Well, what if I offered?
Can
him
you match it?"
What if I offered him so much money? I was like, the only condition is you can't tell them.
They'd probably do it.
Okay, all right.
What if we just?
These are just shames that we're saying.
Yeah,
These are shames.
that would be a
That
shame. That
Real
would be a
shames.
shame.
Do you guys have a meme guy?
Yeah.
What if we hired your meme guy?
I mean, he'd
I don't-
probably be like, I my dream was to work for Part of My Take.
What if we
I
said
was-
whatever?
I was gonna
Will
say
and
like
Taylor are paying
I
you,
don't
we're
think
doubled.
they would think about it, but I would assume my heart of hearts tells me that they would not leave Bussin to go to Part of My Take.
How much would you take? Like for our memes guy, for your memes guy, what would the trade look like there?
I don't know. I don't know what all the memes guy does. Is he a 5-tool athlete?
Our memes guy?
Yeah.
College lacrosse player.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is on a PIP though.
What else can he do outside of the memes?
Not a whole lot.
Really
Take
good at
care of a
memes.
turtle?
Does he what does he do structurally or operationally for you guys?
He gets very mad at Italian reporters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he a good
hates-
vibe? Good vibes guy?
Oh no, definitely not. The opposite of
Dude,
good vibes.
If you take
So
mushrooms,
you'd probably have to offer memes and money to go with this package to get
yeah,
our
we'd
guy.
have
Yeah.
to throw in a pick.
yeah,
Yeah. Because our guys are good vibes guys. They're
conditional
good
second round
hangs.
pick.
Yeah, we don't. Max is our only good vibes guy. Hank and memes are both just bad vibes all the time.
And they hate each other. Too.
Yeah, they're
They make each other worse.
oil and water, and just bring all of our vibes down constly.
I'm great vibes.
No.
no,
Oh yeah.
no,
Oh, this
yeah.
is
Hank-
8 hours after you won a title. Weird how that works.
Will knows.
I think you have moments of being a good vibes guy.
Yeah,
Well,
when
from
it-
a golf course.
A lot of the time from the outside looking in, it seems like you're just like, all right, another fucking day.
when,
Another
when-
fucking day around these boys.
when Hank wins a championship, he's a great vibes guy. And it does happen frequently enough to him that that's like once every 5 years we get a great day of Hank happening.
Hank skipped into work today at like 8:30 in the morning.
You know how
I
Mincy-
saw him in the parking lot. I was like, "What is going on right now?"
You know how Mincy gets here like early and he just walks around hoping that someone will have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Hank did that this morning. Hank
Yes.
was part Mincy this morning, just wandering around the office, being like, "You guys want to talk to me or anything?
Want to talk about the Celtics?
Want to say anything to me?"
All right, so to set the stage of what we're doing here. So, like I said, when people listen to this, they'll already know that we're in beer games. We can go through. There was a lot of history back and forth.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're happy that we're going to be competing in beer games. We also are going to do at the end of this interview. Max has a concussion test for us that he's going to administer to us after beer games that we're going to run on Wednesday's episodes. So the
Love
end of the
that.
show after this interview will be us drunk after beer games.
Okay.
But we are happy that we're back in. Was it a road?
Yeah.
And it's a surprise. Like no one else besides you and Taylor know that we're back in.
Right.
We're excited. We have a big. People will have seen it by now, but we have a big body armor truck. We're coming in. We want to come in like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It's an incredible idea.
It's going to be
to
great.
bring it all back because
it was bad.
We personally had probably the toughest moment of our relationship.
You and I,
thus far.
yes. Because I mean, how would you describe the beer games scheduling?
The scheduling?
Yes.
From which angle? Because there's multiple angles.
Okay.
And what I need to be cautious of is walking myself down to certain angles, and then you guys divide and conquer me, and then I can't talk about one sole thing because a lot of things happened.
I have no ulterior motive here. Sounds like you're just worried.
No. I'm just saying you guys are really good. I just got to be on I got to be on my stuff.
You're worried we're gonna divide and conquer yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's only you here right now.
Will
I
versus
know,
Will.
but it's an intimidating factor. I'm sitting here. The couch is lower than your guys' desk.
Yeah,
you guys are kind of 2-on-1 talking down to me.
Okay, so let's start with, you said that there's multiple angles. Let's start with one that makes you look the best.
Okay.
How did the scheduling
Yeah,
work
That
out?
makes
like
us
that.
look the best.
Yeah.
Even this isn't going to be good.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be good. Because I'm only able to
The
talk
best
about
telling
it
of
from my
Yeah.
lens and my angle.
Yeah.
The scheduling element was very unfortunate. To start there. So last year, the couple years we've done the beer games, we've had them on the week that minicamp gets over after tight end U.
Yep.
Because George does tight end U right after minicamp.
Is George going to be competing in beer games?
No, he'll be a referee.
Oh,
now
he
that this is
dropped
coming now that this is coming out on Wednesday. No, like the boy he's nursing a lot. He's nursing some I don't want to say all of his stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This
But-
is phase me.
Yeah,
it's
phase me.
after minicamp is phase me. Then you report to off season. You report to the training camp later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever come close to getting arrested during Phase Me?
I don't even know what you're referring to.
Phase me is what happens after the OTAs, and then all the players are kind of left to themselves.
Yeah.
So the Jets call it phase me, where
Yeah.
you work on yourself, and then you come back for training camp.
It's when when
yeah.
it's like the only thing that can happen in this period of time between minicamp and training camp is bad.
Never got arrested.
There's no
in between phases.
anything close.
No.
Okay.
It was always, I had to make the team every year.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not like I can go on any trips, miss any days of
So Phase Me
OTAs.
wasn't even fun for you.
Phase me wasn't fun for me. It was more like anxiety, like, damn, it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you going about this year?
If you have an injury, or whatever, I don't know what Kittle's dealing with, but if you're recovering from something, probably not the best look to be just like chugging beers with
Right.
boys at that point.
And like when
Can't make the club in the pub.
when you're that committed to ball, which George is,
Mm-hmm.
like you just think of it as you put alcohol in your body, inflammation, like would
Yep.
this be good for me? I need to start dialing in. You start that anxiety's like there.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the scheduling part.
So the scheduling part, having it the times that we've had it in June, going into this year during the Super Bowl week, I'm starting to learn that it's on the exact same time as the dozen.
When you say I'm starting to learn, what you're actually saying is you told me the date and I said that is already scheduled for
Correct.
the dozen.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay, because you kind of went. That was a gloss over of I'm starting to learn.
Okay, I learned at the Super Bowl week that the dozen trivia tournament was happening at the exact
Which
same
is
time
the whole
per
company,
Big Cat.
Yeah, which is the whole
company.
I'm starting to learn. I'm starting to be made aware.
Jeff and I get on the phone and he's like, I can schedule your games. Like it was like Sunday. It was basically like the Tuesday or Wednesday that's open, like how I'm going back for tight end U at this point
We would love
tomorrow.
to. Yeah, we would love
I know
to
you
go
would
to
love
tight
to.
end U because we were invited to tight end U, but we can't because of the dozen.
Right. But you could have went on Wednesday.
No, we can't.
I play on
PFP's got a
Wednesday.
game.
Hank has a game.
Yeah,
A game. What do you mean?
Trivia match.
we're playing in trivia.
Right. I was
You
listen,
moved
hang
tight-
on.
you
This is
moved-
it. This is what I'm saying. You start getting ripped apart here.
Yeah, you moved beer games to the week that the dozen was. The dozen then moved
Time
to
out.
the week that the tight end
that
U
is where it's false. We didn't move the beer games to the week of the dozen.
Beer Olympics. Sorry.
The Beer Olympics. We didn't move it. We just learned Super Bowl week that they were getting planned for the same exact week.
Okay.
I'm on the phone with Jeff. We're figuring out, hey, I can play you on Sunday, Monday. Let's say you go out to do beer games Tuesday. If you guys win, you'll have to be back for the Final Four. Like, we're working it out just between us two. And so that it was step one as we're starting to capture some shit from like, hey, you're scheduling the same day.
Yeah.
And,
That's where it started. 6 months.
That's where it started.
There's other people that would be competing in the Beer Olympics that also had to do the dozen though.
Right.
That's the thing.
Correct.
So
Right.
they could schedule the booze ponies out.
Myself, I was thinking, like, after we had the success that we had with the Beer Olympics last year, you guys wanted to participate, and we're kind of sitting back like, yeah, we need to get we need to welcome the cats that want to play.
Yeah.
Because the first year we did it, it was just O-linemen. It was the Titans O-line. We had a good time. We're like, how can we make it bigger this year? And it just, like, Bert and Shane were in, and it kind of all worked out. And then you saw the reaction on social media. Dan wanted to be in, like the boys wanted to be in. It's like, yeah, how do we make this thing even bigger?
Yep.
And at that point, during Super Bowl week, we also sat down with Jason Kelsey.
Yeah.
And we sat down and had breakfast to figure out what day we could do it on that week, because at that point, it was on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And he was like, and for everybody to learn too, when their beer bowl came out, it kind of seemed like they were cucking us or making that thing up, but they've been doing it for years.
Yeah, they were.
But Jason was like, hey, we have the beer bowl that we do, and we do those for 2 days. We do that on Wednesday, Thursday. If you guys moved it to Tuesday, up a day, we can make it all work, because Travis really wants to do this. I can't leave him hanging. Like, we want to do the Beer Olympics.
So we build the whole Beer Olympics
so we
around
build the whole
Kelseys.
Yes. Bert, Shane, Kelsey's, and then obviously you want to get the returning champs, George, which at that point George was down to do it. But he's like, I just kind of got to see how the offseason unfolds.
Yeah. At this point in the story, Will is thinking, and I've heard this from multiple reports, so the Beer Olympics are scheduled. We've moved the dozen. The Kelseys are in. There was a point, and this is going to shock people, because everything that's transpired since with all the dropouts and all the drama and everything, I've heard from multiple reports that Will said there was a 30% chance that Taylor Swift was going to come to the Beer Olympics.
Oh, my God.
He thought there was a 30% chance Taylor Swift was going to attend the Beer Olympics.
You never know.
I think there's
you never know.
I think there's still a chance she might show up.
That's where we came from. That was the height.
Well, the 30% chance of Taylor Swift, like when Dave was – now, Dave was down to do the beer games like at 10, because we were going to have him be your partner.
Yeah.
And he was on board at first until he wasn't. And then when he really wasn't on board, he's like, you could get me back if you get Taylor Swift there.
Right, okay.
So we're like, okay, there's a shot.
Kind of Diva Dave.
Yeah, there's a shot in the dark that we can get DP at the game.
I mean, you could always just get who would Dave play with if not Taylor Swift? Miss Peaches.
Yeah.
Get Miss Peaches to compete in the Beer Olympics. That would get some fucking views.
That would get some traction.
Might be bigger than Taylor Swift. So – all right, so you're set, and then you got all these guys, and then one by one they just start dropping out.
Yes.
You built the whole thing around the Kelseys.
That week when the antennas really started to go up was the fact that we did want Barstool personalities to do it.
Yeah.
And that way it was that was where it was like, you're kind of hitting heads, because you guys are, first and foremost with the dozen. And so I was like, damn, how are we going to pivot from this? The next week is when we basically got on the phone with Barstool, like the sales team.
You demanded 40 people.
Time out. There's a lot of BS in that.
Okay.
We got on the phone, and you know how it works. Like they're starting to pitch the idea for sponsors on the event and everything else. As we were talking about the idea and the vision that we had for the beer games with Vegas, because over the last year we've built a good reputation or a good relationship with Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Taylor brought up the Vegas idea, and it was kind of like, Red Rocks having the hotel and casino, you have everything in house. You don't have to worry about guys you don't have to worry about transportation, food, drink, everything is right there. Nobody has to leave.
Tunnel of Chaos.
Yeah, Tunnel of Chaos. Vegas kind of hosts itself. You don't have to worry about getting everybody to there. Like, hey, make sure you don't drive. Yeah, it's going to be a movie.
It's going to be a movie.
Like, all of that with the talent that we had committed at the time, it felt like it made more sense, because last year we got
doing a bubble, like the NBA bubble.
Yeah.
In Red Rock.
Yeah, so this was the peak. The peak was we had Vegas,
the games.
We had the venue, we had Shane Gillis, we had Burt, we had the Kelsey brothers, we had 40 people
Taylor
that
Swift.
Will demanded from Barstool doing a movie.
Yeah.
This was at this point, this was the biggest thing that's basically ever been created.
Correct. And then that year, as the year unfolded, McGregor Chandler gets announced for that
Oh, my
week.
God.
So he probably would have come by.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah, Jelly Roll. He was doing a concert.
Yeah.
there.
So it's all perfect. And then
It's
what
all
happened?
perfect. So I do want to go to the part where all this budget resources get poured into busing with the boys.
No, that's not. We don't need that.
That is important.
No, that's not.
That is
important.
important.
That's not important.
That is important. Because we said the vision of it all, and then they're like, all right, we're going to take this to sales. It seems like we need to sell this bigger than we did last year. So we're fired up. The next phone call is when we get told, hey, this could be this is an awesome deal. This could be a tentpole event. Barstool, we want to get behind this more. So what do you guys think about the idea of Rob? Because we brought up Rob in the first one. Like, it would be sick to have a high-level production team, because to get cams on different teams and to tell different stories throughout the games, like, it could be really cool for the audience to kind of see the perspective from Shane's team, from your guys' team.
Oh my
like,
God.
kind of see all the different.
Like in-season Hard Knocks for the AFC North.
kind of bring like a reality element to it that kind of gives all
Incredible.
those different perspectives.
A movie.
And they're like, what would you think of our they're like, we can put Rob's team on this.
Love it.
Rob's one of the guys here. He's a production
Very
guy.
talented.
Yeah, he's a stud.
He does
A
like a lot
plus
of the
team.
commercials that we do. Yeah.
Yeah, surviving that that Barstool put together last year. And my first question was, what about the dozen and Jeff? And the response was, Jeff's going to have to move the dozen.
Oh,
And
you boxed him out.
and I literally said, can I please call him, because this sucks.
This is a nice. So you did call him, because you didn't call us when you kicked us out of the beer games.
Okay, yes. Which we'll get to that.
Yeah.
How did Jeff take that call?
They didn't. They were like, you can't tell him yet. We will tell him when he needs to know. And I was like, I did. I truly felt like this sucks. Like, this is not this.
But doesn't suck
Everything's
enough.
going to have to get moved. And then we also get told that there's going to be a $300,000 budget put behind this.
Wow.
So we're obviously fired up that Barstool wants to buy into this, because years past, it's like we're doing the contractors. We kind of operate solo. Barstool does all the sales. Like, we kind of have to figure out our own way, make it sick. And when Barstool buys in like that, we're like, oh, this is awesome. Like, this is really becoming like what we wanted it to be. And all the unfolding of it gets moved for dozen. You kind of take those jokes and have fun with it and embrace it, because it does suck, but it's like, what do you do?
What do you do?
And then, unfortunately, what a shame, Travis backs out.
Oh no.
We get the call.
Oh
from
no.
Trav
We
that
built
he
the
backs
whole
out.
thing around that.
That was like, God damn it, dude. Like, this is going to start looking like even more shitty, because we've already had to move the dozen, which sucked. And then Bert drops out.
Oh.
Then Shane's kind of playing the up in the air game, where he's kind of like joking on you that he's not doing it. But I kind of had to call him. I was like, bro, we have to know if you're going to do this, because we got to lock in what names are on. Like, this is getting sold at a higher level. Like, there's more going into this year, to where they need to know names beforehand. Like, it's beyond us.
It's beyond.
Like,
It's bigger
people are
than
planning
us.
for it.
It's
Yeah.
bigger than us.
And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go, blah, blah, blah. We go to a show. He's like, I'll be there. Then he gets an awesome deal with Bud Light, where he's got to shoot a commercial. So he's like,
You got to do it.
you have to understand that he has. If you isolate the situation, you're like, we get it. But collectively,
It's like
this is going to be an avalanche on us.
It's like you almost made it too big.
Right.
Your Olympics got too big. It got beyond your control. You're like Oppenheimer.
Yeah, we couldn't control it.
Yeah.
Which it was like Taylor and I, it's the first time we've actually tried intentionally planning it way out in advance.
Shouldn't do that.
And it bit us in the ass.
But
So
at least-
all four of those,
even if
the
you can't get
four
Travis-
biggest teams, George is like, hey, I can't swing it. CMC's also has a wedding that week that he's like, I'm going to go. It's just be hard to swing everything.
But even if Travis drops out, Jason is still huge.
right.
Jason's going to be there, which I'm pumped about, because that guy he's not going to skip to do, like, what's he going to do? Like, he's drinking beer that weekend, right?
Yeah, he's drinking beer the entire week, I believe.
Right. So all right. So
So all of that falls through.
Yep.
What part of the story are we at now?
We're at Dave pulling.
This
but
is-
we missed it. We missed one little piece.
Which piece?
You know what piece?
Okay. Now, as each person falls out, I'm on the yak as this stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Like, we're embracing it the best way we can, but
Yeah.
there's never any conversation about like pivoting. It was like, hey, if there are cameras that are on certain teams that you don't need them on, who could we take them off of? And we're kind of naming those teams. And then we're kind of thinking, let's not try to build it back to 16 teams. Let's keep it at 12 so we don't stress ourselves out, because this is already becoming a big time stressor for the effort and everything going into it. And Dave is a hard out. He's shitting on it every week. It's on the Unnamed show every week. You guys are running your bits on Pardon My Take. But at that point,
Well,
it's
no,
all
well, it
solid.
wasn't a bit. We said it would be a shame.
It would be a shame if this happened. But it's
What
talked
part
about
of
each
that
week.
doesn't? Would it not have been a shame?
Yeah, it's a
No, it's
we're
not
all
a
having
joke.
fun jokes.
No, that's not a joke.
Here's the
It
thing,
would have
Will.
been a shame.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't want you to take any of that personally, because I was always
don't.
here's what my thought was the whole time. I was always pumped about the actual beer games.
Correct.
I was looking so forward to it. I love drinking beers with the boys. I love beers. I'd still like beers. I'm like Kavanaugh. I like beer, sir.
Yes.
I enjoy beer. The travel part was always tough. And then also, it's just so fun to cancel plans.
Right.
It's so fun. You know it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever canceled a good plan and then you're like, this feels great?
PFT also.
You're right. And here's where I'll throw you something.
Because you're missing one.
You were also being like, hey, why don't you guys move it?
Well, you're still missing the one thing I would like
What
you
am
to
I
address. So here was, and PFT's right. I always wanted to compete.
Yeah, and I do. You're right about
the
canceling
actual
all that.
beer
Yeah.
games was awesome. The one piece that you're missing.
Okay.
Taylor went to Mexico. Will and I had a conversation. Will told me the beer games were on Monday.
No, that was
Vegas.
Wednesday. I said the 26th.
No, you
right?
said Monday. I have the clip. We had this conversation.
Okay.
He said it was Monday. The whatever it is. What's that? The 23rd? Or no, the 24th.
I could have easily said 26th.
All
on a
right.
Monday.
So he told me it was Monday.
or 25th.
I always wanted to go out to the Sphere to see the Grateful Dead. Okay, Dead
and that's that
Company.
weekend right before. Correct?
They've been playing like for a bunch of weekends.
Okay.
So I was gonna go at some point in this run. You told me the beer games, Beer Olympics, excuse me, was that Monday. I said perfect. I will go to the Sphere on that weekend, and then the boys can come out Sunday. We'll do one podcast, and then we'll do the Beer Olympics on Monday.
Need the list. So you're like, hey, what's the list? So we can
made
do
a whole
pods,
yeah,
'cause
made
you
a
guys
whole
are
yeah. We were going to
bending
interview a
over
bunch
to
of
do it, yeah.
people. Made a whole vacation around it. Taylor comes back from Mexico and goes, "What is Will talking about? The beer games are on. The Beer Olympics are on Tuesday." So now I'm going to Vegas. I'm making all the Pardon My Take guys come out Sunday because we record on Sunday nights, and then it now went from a 2-day trip to they have to come Sunday, do nothing Monday because everyone dropped out. We have no interviews to do. Beer games, Beer Olympics Tuesday, fly back Wednesday. So now it's a 4-day thing.
Yeah.
That because you just told me the wrong date,
Yeah.
and I scheduled a whole vacation around it.
Yes. You did. You guys had
That was where I was like, I don't want
to. Because I feel like, too, when I was saying, like, it's on Monday, it's like when all of it was happening, we moved it, we're busting each other's balls and stuff. It's like at least the relief is that it's right after the weekend.
Yeah.
You had the vacation set up. You had the business part of it set
Yep.
up. It's
And
like,
then
okay, this is
yeah.
some good optimism to wrap around.
So that was my whole problem was that
Draft night, we learned.
yeah,
It was
we
like,
learned.
Hang on.
it's the wrong date. Yeah. And I have
it's
you
the
on tape
26th.
saying that it was the 25th or the 24th. And so that was where I was like, this now has become a 4-day commitment for me where we can't even do work. We can't even interview anyone.
Right.
So that's where I started to be like, I really don't want to go. Again, I want to play in the beer games, but I don't want to be in Vegas for 4 days doing absolutely nothing.
Right.
That was the shame.
Now, the way you explained it right now, being in Vegas for 4 days with absolutely no commitments does sound pretty fun.
But we would also
that does sound
middle
like
of the
a good
summer
time.
we would not be on the strip. We'd be at Red Rocks.
Yeah, it's
with
really
no interviews.
Tunnel chaos. Imagine how much money.
Yeah, I mean, we would be finding
So
stuff.
that's
to do.
where I was like, Will kind of fucked me here because his brain can't even say the correct date.
Right. But the joking, that lightness of committed, I hate this, I
Yeah.
don't want to go,
Yeah.
is where, as it all unfolded, the week that it unfolded, where it blows up, we get resources pulled from us and everything else, we had to make a move.
Well, I
We
want
had
to
to
give you
make a
credit.
move.
I want to give you credit, and I did apologize. I probably shouldn't have complained as much as I did. Although again, it was because you told me the wrong date.
Time out. May I throw another wrinkle in there?
What?
The week before, you continued to complain.
Correct.
You
correct.
shot me a nice
Correct.
late night
I did.
text
I
that
did.
was like, hey, no more jokes.
Yeah.
I'm all in. Let's make this fun.
Yeah.
No more busting
But I
balls.
still was also
And
like,
I even responded. I said, I'm glad you said that because I was starting to lose the positive vibe.
I know, and
Because
then I
week in and
couldn't
week out, it's
resist.
you got Dave's being Dave. Like he's cancel it, blah, blah, blah. I'm truly thinking this is all in the spirit of like Dave's just doing his thing. And then Dan's complaining. And then as he's the part where
I know, I fucked that up.
It gets great. It got great for me. I'll speak for myself. Is like real shit was like stressing us out about
Yes.
it. And the guys who were involved and needed it, because you guys were like the next biggest brand for us that we had.
Appreciate
and it's like you needed more allyship versus like,
Yeah.
hey, we're committed the whole time. You were committed, but you weren't allies.
yeah, we
in
were.
it.
We were.
I personally did not know how much was being thrown behind it and all the shit you guys were juggling behind the scenes with sponsorship. That does sound like a pain in the ass.
What?
So if that made things like a little bit more stressful, I apologize for whatever part I had to play in that.
Yeah.
At the same time, it was just fun to just constantly like
Yeah.
taunt that.
No
hey,
doubt.
baby,
You guys are
back
doing
up.
your thing,
Yeah, yeah.
which was fun.
And
it really was.
And I
fun.
didn't communicate well because what did happen in between me saying, "All right, no more jokes, I'm all in," was we got offered Joe Burrow, and we had to say no because we were going to be in Vegas for 4 days. And I was like, "Well, now this sucks even more."
Which, when we were talking through it, it's like, see, you saying that, like, it makes me feel bad that this stuff doesn't work out, because when it unfolded and all the resources got pulled, like, mind you, the budget and all the resources that were poured into it, every week on Thursday there's a production meeting about making progress, strategizing, how are we going to do this, how are we going to do that. And never once, like, we thought about cutting cameras, but never once was there, hey, we got to pull the plug on this, or there was a heads up about strategizing. I'm just thinking Dave saying cancel it. You guys are at the horse races.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like he's doing it in content because there's no real actual conversation being had.
All I wanted was it to get moved to Nashville.
And
That's
then
literally all I wanted. I was begging for it for like a month. And then you guys, I got to give you credit. You pulled an incredible move. You kicked us out of beer games.
Yeah.
And
people are dropping out. Then we kicked out our next biggest guy.
You kicked us out, and you did. It was like I honestly tipped my cap because you kicked us out, and then at the end of the video said, "Oh, and we're moving to Nashville," which is all we ever wanted. And if you had told us that you were moving to Nashville, we would have been like, "Yes, we're all in." Which obviously we're all in because we're coming to Nashville. But you kicked us out, and then basically flipped the narrative, and now we're not down for the boys. It was masterclass. And masterclass move.
Doing it, I was like, I even remember saying, like, I'm telling you, should we let them in on this?
No, you did not.
I know. Because even the drive home, I remember we were on the phone and you're kind of, hey, how's the day going? I was like, bro, it's shitty.
Yeah.
I was like, we legitimately like got everything pulled from us, like suddenly.
Yeah. And
obviously I knew Dave wanted us to
yeah.
cancel it. Yeah. And I was playing like, I'm like, can't go out like that. Leonidas 300. And it's all text exchange. Rico's tweeting from his burner.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking all this ultimately is bringing attention to it. How do we continue to like, hey, Jelly Roll's on the rocks. We're taking blows. We're bleeding out. How do we kind of keep all the attention? Because we can't beat Dave at this game. Like he's going to do his thing about it.
And then you're like,
how do you embrace it?
Let's throw Pardon My Take in front of the cannons.
Yeah. But then when he pulled it, and seriously, Dave, there was no inkling about it. Like we're not getting on the phone. He's not like, hey, we're throwing way too much behind this. Like, let's think of different options.
Yeah.
Just all like, you think back, that's what I was upset about. It's like, bro, you just pulled this and you had other people tell us.
Fair.
And it
totally fair.
Then Dan, I get a text like, hey, can you come on the yak? I'm thinking, Dan.
Because
when I think Barstool, I think Dan, Dave, like they all know what's happening.
I did not know I was golfing that morning at our Stella Blue golf event. So and that was bad communication. You thought I was basically fucking with you when I literally
like, hey, another bad thing happened.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I can't put on the joke face right now because I'm legitimately enraged that all of this is just going to shit. And then our next message from Dave was, hey, talked about the Beer Olympics on the rundown, all positive stuff, or nothing too bad, all positive spin is what he said.
Uh-huh.
So that night I'm listening to the rundown, and it's just Dave shitting on it heavy, and Dan still complaining about, I hate this. I don't want to go. It's in Vegas. If they would just move it to Chicago. I hate having to do this. And so we had to kind of make the move that we made. Because I wanted to tell you so bad about the clip that we had coming out. I was like, you just have to watch.
You know what?
Because I couldn't let you get ahead of it. You would have masterminded it.
The only mistake I made, and I'm so mad at myself, because what happened was on Monday or Tuesday, you guys released your podcast, and you're like,
in the morning I released the clip top. Here's your guys' out.
Yeah, we're like, here's the out for Pardon My Take. They can drop out, no hard feelings. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning, saw that clip, and I hadn't talked to any of the guys, and I almost quote tweeted and said, "Great, thank you so much, we're out." And I wish I had, because before we could quit, you fired us.
Yeah. Because I was sitting back, I was like, kind of like, oh, how's Big Heck gonna play this or respond to it? You had your coffee meme up and nothing really, and then the yak clip came out.
Yeah.
He flipped on us, kind of like, oh, you guys can back out now. and somebody was like, so are you going to back out? Are you going to go? And you're like, well, we had the top quarterback. If we can salvage that interview, we're going to back out. If not, we're going to stay in it. And that was the moment to be like, hey, we laid out the ground rules of we want you in or out. We have to make this move to continue to like bring attention to it. Mm-hmm. And so we did that presser and yeah.
It was a great move. So the real reason we brought you on today, Will, is we're actually not going to be at Beer Olympics, and we're fucking with you. And
No, of course, no, we're going.
just go for like 5 seconds. He had it. You were,
Oh, hey,
thought it so
you
hard.
fucking had me.
Yeah.
Because Big
No,
Cat and
because
I.
I'm still nervous that they're going to do that to us.
No, that's why I did it right now, so they couldn't.
So when Big Cat and I are talking through this, because
Because I'm very nervous we're going to show up and they're like, no, you're not in. I'll be mad.
so just all cards on the table, like as this was happening, and me and Big Cat messaged back and forth because we didn't let you guys in on the joke, and at that point it was all the content and stuff that was happening. Like I was enraged that all of this had unfolded the way it did. And because the joking is like you can play with the jokes and everything else, but when Big Cat was messaging me about it, I was just basically like, hey, Dan, I'm going to be completely honest. Like it got to the point to where I didn't know what was content and what was real.
Yeah.
And we were our backs were against the wall, and we had to, if we just continue to embrace and we're at the mercy of everybody's jokes, we just look like pussies.
No,
Like,
yeah, no, you
we
made
had to
the
like
right
stand
call.
up and do something.
Yeah.
So like to that, I forget where I was going, but ultimately, if you guys did do that joke, that would be fucking hilarious. But I was basically just telling Dan, like at that point, if we can do anything to salvage it, that would be sick.
We always wanted
But
to be in
I
Nashville.
fully get why you felt the reaction that way, why we did what we did. Like
No, it's all
it started
fair
to
game.
get a little unclear about how we should go about this because we were fucking bleeding.
I think it's going to be a blast, and it was always just about the travel.
And we salvaged
Yeah.
the borough.
Which is great.
Like,
Everybody won.
everyone won.
Because we knew that hey, we're moving him back to Nashville part would hurt.
What's that, Hank?
Burrow's not going to be out yet during this interview.
No, I know, but we could say that we're gonna interview Burrow
Okay.
because I actually
bleep it
said,
out, bleep out the-
I said it. I said because no one knows we're going to Beer Olympics, but we're gonna be out of the office for 2 days. So I said it on the yak. I was like, oh, we're gonna interview Burrow. That will be our excuse for being out of the office for 2 days.
We can cut this part, but we just wanted to make sure that.
We can keep this in.
Okay.
It's all kfab.
Go off in the comments.
All right, so
Burrow, what's up? What's up?
I have one important question.
Okay.
And this is a real question. How are you? So everything worked out in the end. I think PFT and I are going to win the Beer Olympics. By the way,
I feel like
Maybe.
if this was 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I'm concerned.
PFT, we're going to
Father Time, if Father Time is undefeated,
and we're going to take acid.
I've been training. I've been training for the Beer Olympics, trying to think of what sort of substances I need to take. What sort of pregame substances?
Are you
I
allowed to
have to-
puke?
I think this year you're not going to be allowed to because there were some things rule wise last year that had happened. People were puking and then able to like puke and rally.
Yeah, I'm like one of the all-time greatest puke and rally guys.
You're going to take what, charcoal?
Activated charcoal.
Activated charcoal.
I've
while
got
you're drinking?
Z-Biotics. I'm gonna
Yeah.
rip some of those.
So you can't puke because my thing is like I always get full.
I don't think you can puke. I
What
think
if
that's
what
gonna
if
be a
you're
rule.
able to do it without anyone seeing?
I mean, then you would pull it off.
So,
right?
so what are the events?
We'll start with like a boot chug. So it'll be 3 beers,
That's good.
That's
yeah.
a puke.
and that is just to basically seed the first tournament.
Okay, so 3 beers for each person, or 3 beers?
3 beers
team?
per. You and Dan will sit there. You'll both will do the boot chug, and
So-
then you'll take the average of your 2 times.
Okay, so I have to
we
drink.
both have to drink 3
You
beers.
both have to drink
That's
the
a
3
lot
beer
of beer.
chug.
All right, I'm
To
out.
start it off.
We're out.
That's a lot of beer.
Right to start.
There's some
We're
big
out.
boys,
And that's the
competing too, right?
smallest kind of scoring scale, and that's just to seed the first tournament.
Oh,
The
so we
fir-
might throw that one because I don't care if we
No.
get. I don't care if we get a bad seed,
No, if we get a bad seed, we're gonna go against the best boot chug.
but there'll be
no,
four from
but
three.
now you get into the games.
Yeah.
yeah, but if we go,
But it's
we'll
not
go
necessarily.
against 2
What's the
offensive
first
linemen.
game?
First game is Flip Cup.
So
Best-
that doesn't
Best
matter.
of 5
For the
matches,
chicks?
or best of 3 matches.
I thought it was okay.
So you have a few cups. You do
Chick
you do
game.
Flip Cup.
Chick game.
Yeah, you do Flip Cup.
Mhm.
If you win the first round, you got to win 2 out of 3 rounds,
Okay.
All right.
and that's the first tournament.
And then if
You'll
we
go and
lose
get you'll
Flip
get
Cup, are we
scoring by
out?
how far you go.
If we lose Flip Cup, we're out.
Yeah.
Oh God damn it!
No, you're not out of the games. You're out of that tournament
Got it.
because it's all single elimination.
Okay. All right. Got
You
it.
play a championship, you'll play for 3rd and 4th, and then you'll get points based on
Got
Okay,
it.
makes
Okay,
sense.
all right. Because I don't want to be out. The worst thing would be we show up and we're out in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt, no doubt. And we talked about that. We were like, we can't have teams show up for this entire thing, and then they're out within like
Right.
1 round.
Right.
Then the second round is going to be beer pong, but it's going to be that was our longest event last year at 10 cup. We're going to move it down to 6 cup.
Okay.
So we're going to do beer pong,
I'm very
and
good.
you're seeded on that tournament based on the collective of Flip Cup and the beer chug.
Got it.
And so we'll play beer pong. That tournament will happen. That's when the first round of cuts will happen. We'll go from 16 down to 12. And then the third round is going to be beer ball.
That's the one where we're gonna get in a fight.
That's the one where it started to get a little.
What is that?
It's like
beer
Civil
ball?
War.
I think so. You have a beer on each corner of the table.
Yep.
And you try to throw the ping pong ball, and if you hit the beer can, your partner starts to open his beer and start chugging. The defending team has to grab the ping pong ball and bring it and touch the table. Once they touch the table, your partner has to stop chugging.
And it's first one to finish their beer?
It's first one to finish both beers, both teams. So say PFT chugs all of his, then you guys are just throwing ping pong balls just to get you to chug your beer.
Got it. Okay, that's a fun game.
That's a really fun game.
Okay, that's a full contact game.
Yeah, that's a full contact game. So we'll basically have the chug, 3 tournaments, and then after that there'll be 4 teams who compete in the final relay. And there's going to be one element of each game in the final relay to take home the whole thing.
All right.
And you factored it up, I think it's less than 15 beers.
We're going to get back to Will in a second. He's brought to you by Facebook. Everyone should explore their interests. If you do it on Facebook, there's a world of possibilities that open up to you when you tap into the people and the products on the platform. With Facebook Reels, you can discover so many sports tips and tricks that can seriously up your game. I've been getting into car mechanics on Facebook Reels, trying to learn some tips and tricks on how to fix a carburetor. Also, on Facebook Reels, been really big into watching power washing videos. Very satisfying. First and foremost is the people on Facebook. You can use marketplace groups and Reels in your interest exploration. What's so amazing about Facebook is where it will take you. If you want to discover more, visit Facebook. And now here's more Willie C. Per
Okay,
person.
that's not bad. All right, so my actual important question that I wanted to ask, and this is real. I want your real answer.
Okay.
Where are you with Barstool right now? Because I know there was some you and I are good. You and I are solid. But I know that was you were mad about the poll, and I know that people are Bustin' should just leave Barstool. Where are you at with Barstool?
Love Barstool.
You're smiling.
Yeah. No,
Because
all things,
Dave did bring the Beer Olympics back to Nashville.
He did, and I will say that doesn't happen unless our hand gets forced.
Right.
But I just hate that the way he went about it.
So is there
it's coming back, it's all coming back around. I was mad in that moment for a good 48 hours, but then as everything's unfolded, as we had our communication as well, we had the unnamed show, which we're sitting there. We're sitting there actually arguing, but in you're gonna argue and go toes with Dave, and then after that, Dave's doing his thing. Dave he's a mastermind content guy, and then as you get more removed, you're it doesn't come back to Nashville because there's parts of us that man, why did we move it from Nashville? But you get kind of caught up in how do we make it bigger, how do we make it better? Or we had our relationship that we kind of grew with Red Rocks. Once that whole all-in-one stop got put in the mix for doing it in Vegas, it felt like it made sense to us. But now that it's all coming back around and this is what's best for it, it's when we have the full circle moment of you guys surprising us. And ultimately Barstool, we all win there.
Yeah.
Because the very first reaction when it happened was fuck Barstool. How do we how do we replace every element of Barstool in the beer games right now? Because when
then you realize you just didn't have enough people.
Yeah. When the crew told us, when the production team and the other people told us, I was boiling inside, and I said, so let me just be clear. You guys are pulling absolutely all help in this. We get no more use of you guys. And they're like, that's correct. And then they're like, if you need some editing help on the back end, we can put an intern or 2 on it. And I just interrupted. I said, we don't want your guys' help anymore. We'll do this on our own. We get off the phone. And at that point, it was how do you replace everything Barstool, because that had really pissed us off.
So there was real anger.
There was real
anger, but now
that's why the yak thing, that's why
it makes sense.
How do we think about this? Because we have to start spinning it, because this is just not going our way whatsoever.
Is there simmering anger though? When you guys, I don't know when your guys' contract is up, but is there gonna be what you guys did
February.
at Beer Game? Oh. So in February,
in my brain, I'm thinking, why would you make this move when you don't want any fractures going into this, because we love Barstool. We feel like Barstool loves us. We've always had a great partnership. But in my brain, it's separating all things, and Dave being oh, you need me to call you, blah, blah. I'm just thinking bro, there's so many factors that go into this that it's it did not have to go down this way.
So are we back to?
We're back. We're back.
Right.
We're climbing out, because again, we've had our conversations. You guys are doing the surprise thing as of right now.
No, we are. I'm very excited. We're very excited.
And it's
maybe
in that, as we were thinking about, do we replace everybody? And I was man, I really don't want to.
We should not go.
We should not go.
Right, because where Dave and Dan started,
would be a shame.
We're gonna
That'd
go.
be a real
We're gonna
shame.
go, but it would be a shame if we can't.
You know what we should do is we should go and steal all their beer.
Yeah,
The beer burglars.
just sabotage the entire thing.
Yeah. Because I was thinking that weekend.
Release the vlog like the next day.
Yeah.
Get everything out before we can do.
I can't believe they fell for it.
I was thinking about that weekend instead doing cocaine Olympics and just completely
yeah.
cucking you guys. Max told me no because he's a big wet blanket, and he's like, no, there's legal liabilities in that. But I feel like there's some spinoff possible. Like you should do the Winter Olympics, but maybe for weed.
Oh yeah.
Cigarette
Get the
Olympics.
slopes ski Olympics.
Cigarette
The
Olympics,
Winter
yeah.
Olympics.
Yeah. But we're excited. This is all worked out. It did get tumultuous for a minute.
Yeah, because then it was like, the vibe was the way you and Dave were going is like, man, it's Dave's like nobody wants to go to this, blah blah blah. And then when some people are like, hey, is this still happening or not? I'm like, when I was starting to get a pulse on Nashville, it's like when I was reaching out to the Barstool people who were involved, like the moves, because Dave pitched us moves. We start talking about moves, and then he runs the joke. This is becoming a Barstool event. I'm thinking, I thought you were wanting us to we start adding elements of Barstool. They have influence. They have good personalities that embody the beer games. But Dana's like, no, people who wanted to go. It's like, do we take this out on them that they don't want to go, or do we try and embrace the fact that, hey, these Barstool people want to go, which helps give a middle finger a little bit to Dave. But now that it's all coming full circle, it's like the boys will come together. It's like, hey, we were stupid. We hug it out. We have a great time. All of Barstool wins. Dave, he spun it to where he's rooting for Barstool. Incredible silent hand leadership by Dave is how he was spinning it.
Yeah.
And it all comes back around and we all win.
Yes.
I'm very excited about it, and I do apologize because I did not know any of the details and the back channel stuff. That was probably very frustrating when you're dealing with production meetings and all of a sudden you don't have any help.
Yeah,
that was a big headache for you. I was just busting balls.
Yeah,
That's all
I
know.
half apologize because you did tell me the wrong date.
I know. And I know that stuff kind of whether it festers or not, it subconsciously comes out in the jokes. But it was like the moment I saw Max chirping it, I was like, we have to fucking do something. He's like, is he going to cancel? I'm watching the stream because the way that stream unfolded, I see Max and then Dan's like, hey, you might be on it. I kind of wait a few minutes and I text Dan and I'm like, hey, you think Max would be able to participate? Listening to their stream.
Wait, did Max save Beer Olympics?
Yeah.
He said next man up mentality, which I was fired up to see online.
Max is down.
Because ultimately, all we wanted to see from you guys was just we needed somebody to get on our side.
I'm going to
We're
drink
in.
so many beers.
It's going to be fucking awesome.
I'm ready. I'm going to train this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. All right, so we're excited. This moment's going to be great. Do you think there's a chance Dave comes?
I think that there's a chance.
I think so too.
I mean,
there's a chance.
There's at this point anybody. Look, Taylor Swift could come.
Oh,
she's got ties to Nashville.
20%.
Maybe Travis shows up and he brings Taylor Swift.
Who are we most nervous about competing against? Who's the odds-on favorite?
I don't know. We started making calls and trying to get. I think we have overcommits right now for teams. Tatro's coming.
Yep.
I don't know how he is.
He's a bro.
Bert will be with Leanne, but Bert's not a. Bert, he can't compete in.
He's
the
on
games.
TRT. Now,
Yeah, he can't compete in the games. Yeah. It's probably going to be like an O-line team.
Yeah.
Like
or us.
Jordan Ruse.
If we win this whole thing, PFT, it might be the sweetest championship of all time.
You know what? Listen, I'm very, very much looking forward to it. I'm starting to think, though, that in the spirit of competition, sometimes you have to know your limitations, right?
Yeah.
And be realistic about yourself. I don't have a great ability to chug. I can drink a lot of beer. I could probably sit down over the course of a day and put away about 20 beers if I had to.
But I can chug.
But you know who can really open their throat up is Hank. We've seen that on video.
Hank.
No, fuck that. I'm going to compete.
Yeah.
I'm going to compete, and we're gonna surprise some people. I think.
Yeah.
Can you chug?
Oh yeah.
Because obviously Taylor is insane. I'm not the best.
I can
chugger.
chug faster than Taylor.
No.
Yeah.
He does the Tom Brady.
Does he go against Dana Beers? Has he gone against Dana Beers?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah. Who won?
Taylor.
All right. Well, I beat Dana Beers too.
Hey, if you can compete with Taylor, in my brain, I'm like, is there anybody out there who can actually beat Taylor?
3 beers is a lot though.
He put it down in 3.8 seconds.
The 3 beers?
The boot. Yeah.
Okay, that I can't. 1 beer.
It's insane, bro. It is insane.
Yeah.
What this man can do. I think I got 12 seconds.
So, but the thing
you got 12 seconds on 3 beers?
Yeah.
Damn.
With a 3 beer chug, it doesn't really matter. It's just for seating. So
right, it's a low. It's just to get the first tournament seat.
Yeah, and then you play flip cup.
So
I might abstain.
Yeah, because we can beat anyone in Flip Cup.
Yeah.
And it's like the point system, like everybody gets a point in the chug just because if there was a tie sort of at the end, there's like the 1 point differential that kind of decides it from the chug.
Because I'm calling it right now. If I
matters,
do a
but
three-beer
it
chug,
doesn't matter the most.
I'm definitely puking. I'm going to puke from those 3 beers at once. Yeah.
That should be allowed.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. If you're sitting there puking fairly quickly right after the chug, then that's where you get, it
wakes me up.
You get disqualified.
No,
like smelling
we're
salts
not
for
You
doing
got to be able to hold it down.
Yeah, smelling. If I puke, I feel alive.
Yeah.
It's the best way to start your day.
You got to hold your puke.
Yeah.
I don't know what the puke rules are going to be this year. I just know it was a big problem last year because I didn't necessarily care. I'm just thinking, what's the next game? Like, yeah, they should still be able to play, but people get pretty worked up over the smallest details of beer drinking games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a question for you, real question, football question.
Okay.
Are you officially retired?
Yeah.
Like, there's
wow.
no chance you get a call from the Steelers this year.
No. I think that would just be our group chat having a good time.
Does it bother you that you played for 9+ years in 10 years in the NFL and like people think you have like hundreds of millions of dollars and you're like,
Yeah.
dude, like I played in the NFL, like I wasn't. It's not the NBA.
Yeah. You're not getting like that fuck you money. But
people-
people public, so you can look that up.
But people like treat you like because you think professional athlete for 10 years, you're like, oh shit,
You automatically have the "this guy's a millionaire" label for the rest of time.
right. It's
I
crazy.
always feel bad for these millionaires.
We need to do like more awareness that like guys who are at the end of the roster in NFL, like they're scratching. the clock.
Yeah,
it's
scrapping.
Not, obviously, I'm not saying
Great money.
Right.
Great money. We're not bitching.
We're not bitching.
We're not bitching.
But the assumption is any other sport you play for that many years, like
You're
you've
set
got
pretty-
50 million.
Yeah, you're set pretty well.
Right.
For life.
Right. So we just
But-
need to do a PSA. Will is not rich.
Not set for life.
Will is not set for life. Will is not financially
We should do
free.
some commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen this man? Don't ask him for money.
No,
he
it's-
is not set for life yet. As of right now,
As of right now,
he is not set for life.
not set for
The
life.
ASPCA commercial with Sarah McLachlan in the background, like former linebackers behind fences, like they need homes too.
Yeah. Wait,
yeah. Make it really sad.
Yeah.
what's your pension though? It's got to be nice.
Yeah, I think it's like at 55 you start pulling from the pension, and the reoccurring money every month is like almost $7,000.
Whoa. Okay.
Solid.
It's not
So
bad.
yeah,
The
that's
NFL benefits are really good.
yeah. So
401ks maxed out. All the cap plans have been maxed out.
So at 55, you'll be making like 80 plus a year just off that.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hoping that nothing goes to shit.
And you have to
But
make
yeah.
sure that all your paperwork is just like perfectly filled out too, right?
Yeah,
Like make
Which
sure
you're
that's all
not.
set.
That's not your strong suit.
not my strong suit, but delegate to elevate. Other people help.
That's
Other people
right.
help do that stuff
That's
for
right.
me. Other people help do that stuff for me.
Do you think so? You're about to be a father of 2.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about? Because I think about this from time to time, like doing something like the Beer Olympics, like when our kids get older and they watch this.
I know. I do think about
Like
it.
Daddy
but it's
puked off of Flip Cup.
But Daddy. But also, like when they get like our age and they're looking back at these videos, like if I had videos of my dad doing the stuff that we all get to do, be like, yo, my dad just had the most fun at life.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
It's like as you're going through it, and then some people, because they're going to go through a phase where other people are joking, like, "Oh, your dad, blah blah blah," and it's probably going to suck for a minute. But as you get older, you're going to be like, "Man, that's sick that my dad that our dads embraced life the way that they did."
yeah, there's going to be a rough patch,
Yeah.
like teenage years.
I think it might lead to
From
more bonding
from
though.
jealous kids.
Well, and not only that, but like I've thought a lot about like the talk that I'm going to have with my kids, like be safe with drinking and drugs and all that stuff, and they're like, "But Dad,
Yeah, look at this footage.
what about when PFT said the cocaine Olympics?"
Dad, you're putting this guy up against the corner over a drinking game.
But don't you
What do you
think
mean? Keep your composure.
Yeah, wait, what's this video of you puking with Taylor, like while you're wearing a Hawaiian shirt in a tank race?
Why you have Sting face paint just doing a case race?
Right?
Don't you think that would lead to like a bonding moment though? Like
I think
with your
eventually,
kid when
yeah.
they're looking at you and you're like, okay, my dad's kind of the same as I am. Like I appreciate that
For sure, eventually, but I'm saying like the 14 to 18 rebellious teenage years, like why aren't you letting me do this when I can pull up all these videos of you doing this?
Especially if we're still on social media
Yeah.
doing content.
Yeah.
That will be a difficult
Like, Dad,
thing.
for the love of God, you got to stop embarrassing me.
Yeah.
Oh, you should do like senior beer Olympics too. Like
Yeah.
40 years from now, let's do a reunion. do all the same games. Just a bunch of old dudes in like strollers and the walkers just getting it fucking hammered out there.
I mean, I was lucky enough. My dad, when he gave me like the drinking drug talk, he was just like no needles. And I was like, oh, so everything else?
That was to your drug
Yeah, he
talk?
was just like, those are hard drugs. He's like, you're gonna experiment with other stuff. Like, just be safe. Because like, and it was the correct way to do it. Because if you're a parent, you're like, don't do this, don't smoke weed, don't do that. Then you just want to do it more.
Yeah,
So
but
it's like I came into it being like, all right, just be safe.
my parents were pretty strict. Like I started drinking probably like junior year of high school. And you're trying to do all this sneaky stuff because your parents would fucking my dad, like there were some moments to where he's taking his glasses off and he's like, you're coming home, son. And I'm like, we're like running. I'm like, he's chasing me around a coffee table and I'm like getting away like, Dad, I'm not going home because I'm just blacked out drunk. And I'm like, yo, this dude's about to just whoop my ass. Because at that point I had scholarship offers. He's like, you're going to ruin everything, yada, yada. I didn't smoke weed till I was 27. So I feel like feeling like that was the wrong thing to do. I feel like they did a good job in that respect.
Yeah.
But sometimes I look back, I'm like, I wish I would have been had a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
But my old man, he was not like, even when he caught me watching porn at a young age.
Tell me about that.
Pop-ups were a thing, right? And my dad took me outside and he's like, hey, step outside. And there's a funny story about him challenging me for the title that I've told on Bussin', but he brought me outside and he goes, what's this titsandAssGalore.com? And my jaw's like kind of quivering because I'm just terrified. He's like, if I catch you watching porn or putting porn on the computer again, I'm going to box your jaws in.
Dude.
And I'm just thinking like, God, I blamed it on a friend.
Yeah,
like,
always.
My boy came and he was just on the computer.
People, and this is going to date us, but I don't think kids these days understand what we went through in the fact that like for my entire childhood, we were a one computer house. Like we had one computer
dial up
for the entire house. So that means every single person is using that computer. So if you're watching porn, which I did, you're like I'm watching porn late at night and then my mom's going to play solitaire in the morning and it's like that's a fucking risky proposition.
And until you learn the game, like when your boys put you on, hey, you have to delete the history, you got to delete the cookies.
Right.
You're thinking, what? Like they can just find all of
Or
this stuff
dude,
on the one. You don't have your own phone to just kind of look at.
I remember when I got like the first time I got the malware and like the whole computer started and I just like turned it off and walked away and I was like, I fucking don't know what to do.
I'm trying to go to
you gotta
titsandAssGalore.com
go to
right now. It looks like that site no longer
exists.
That's a
Free
shame.
ones.
Because there was
my
a
site.
go-to video I would hit there.
Do you remember
at a
free
young age.
ones? This was before there was actual like porn videos you could watch. It was just pictures. You could just search. It was like it was almost like the Yellow Pages. It was like 1,000 names of chicks, and you just click on it, and there's just picture galleries. Freeones.com.
Yeah. And then you were just at risk. Like you're like searching, and then all of a sudden a pop-up comes up.
Yeah.
And like, whoa, hang on a second. And you're just like playing a video game on the computer, and you're like, oh, fuck, I got to figure out how to get this out of here.
Yeah, we're like, don't click on a video. That's like taking a real risk when you go to a video because first of all, it's probably not going to load.
Yeah.
Second of all, that's where all the pop-ups come from. So it was like stick to what you know. Like, the safe roads, which are just you click on a picture and then you just see a picture of boobs and then you just stare at that for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Click back. But yeah, the videos is where you used to get in trouble. Also, just finding porn was so exhilarating when you were a kid.
Yeah.
When it would be like in a park somewhere, you'd like find a little magazine.
Yeah.
Playboy.
That somebody else had like hidden in some bushes.
And you can't wait to tell the boys, like, guys, you just
Look
hold
what I
up the
got.
magazine.
The
Yeah.
Pam Anderson Playboy, the Sable Playboy.
Yep.
Those seminal moments.
The Pam Anderson video.
Oh, that was where I probably got my first malware.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee honking the horn of the boat with his
Yep.
cock.
Massive piece. Like, oh my god.
And it was soft when he was doing that.
Yes, bro.
And it was
Crazy.
enormous.
You remember
A crazy weapon.
Heather Brooke?
Yeah.
iDeepthroat.com.
I deep throat.
That was probably the best amateur porn video of all time.
Dude, we had to go. I remember watching Howard Stern late at night because
Yep.
they would have the porn stars in studio. They would blur it all out, but you could at least listen to them,
Right.
like moaning and stuff. I was like, this is awesome.
Or at least get to the Girls Gone Wild commercials
yeah.
that played.
Yeah, and Brooke Burke with E, where she was just in a bikini all the time.
Yeah, the kids don't know these days that there's
Get
a
the
lot of work
grind.
that went
Dude,
into horny.
Cinemax. Remember when I think we like accidentally got Cinemax and they'd do like at midnight, they would do the softcore porn.
Yep.
Where they'd just be fucking each other's Nikki Fritz.
Saturday nights, HBO, Real Sex.
Yes, sir.
Real
Was it
sex.
But they would never show a whole
No,
lot.
dude,
No,
there was one episode where
you had to pick the right one because sometimes
Yes.
it would be like this old dude and he's like, yeah, I like to have these girls over there and I just dump paint on them.
Dude.
And they're just fully clothed and this guy's like getting off.
But you say pick the right one. You had to just wait for the right Saturday. to
No,
come
there
out.
was one Real Sex episode seared in my mind where it was all about these women who made like full prosthetic, like it was like dildos with the guys, like it was like dummies.
Yeah.
And they would fuck the shit out of them, and they showed it, and it was the greatest. And you just be like, I hope they run this episode again.
Yeah, and then you
was
just have your
awesome.
thumb on previous channel in case your parents walked in, like back to ESPN, like kind of like laying there with a boner, like
All right.
curveball. I remember yanking it to "Get Low," the music video,
Oh yeah. Oh, dude. What was the one?
or that song is like "I like the
Twista?
way you move."
Yeah, what was the-
Oh, Big Boy?
Yeah, there was just
What was the
thick broad in there that I just was
Thong
infatuated
Song was a
with.
pretty good
What
one.
was the Twista music video? They had. Oh man, they had some chicks in that one.
They knew how to move, bro.
Yeah, they
and you're like, hey, there's nothing on right now. I got to figure out a way right now on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. All right. We have one last question.
Okay.
This has been great. We're excited for beer games. It's a Roback question, RHOBACK.com. Promo code TAKE. 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, Roback.com. So what we're going to do, we're running this on Wednesday after the beer games. So everyone's going to listen to this interview. After this interview, it's going to be the three of us taping about a 10, 15-minute segment drunk at Taylor's house.
That'll be fun.
That will be fun. So you're going to get to see the whole progression. The beginning of the show is going to be on Tuesday morning before we go to beer games, this interview, and then post beer games. So Max has a concussion-like test that he's going to administer to us.
Right now
That we're going to then try to recreate when we're drunk after the beer.
So we're getting our baseline.
We're getting our baseline.
Getting our baseline.
I told him to come up with a riddle. I told him to come up with, he's going to give us 4 words that we have to remember that we cannot write down.
All right.
Max.
Do we got to like walk a line and stuff too?
Oh, we might have to.
Oh, I'm
You gotta do
I'm
some
good at that
physical
stuff.
ones. We gotta do
well,
some
it's-
physical-
I'm
we'll
good
do
at
some
that.
visual
So
stuff.
one time when I was in Texas, there was a the Texas like state troopers. They would do their rookie seminar, and they would have to recruit people from Texas to come in, get drunk under police supervision. So you would go in, they would weigh you, then they'd make you drink. Okay, here's 3 shots you have to drink in 15 minutes. Here's 3 more, and then they'd put you in the room with all the police officers. They give you your tests. So I got better at all the like physical tests, but the eyes fuck you up because they start to flutter when they're at the end.
Yeah.
So I think I'm what they call a functional drunk. So I think I can handle the physical aspect, mental aspect. I think I'm going to absolutely tank.
You know, PFT was the friend that's like, I drive better when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
No,
Not good.
never did that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not
You're like,
good.
bro,
did
you
that.
don't, and you got the friends that are like, oh no, I think I'm better. And it's like, dude, no, you're not.
I don't know how people still get DUIs.
I don't either.
It's crazy. It's like the one thing you just don't do.
Justin Timberlake just got one last night.
No way.
Did he really?
DWI.
And
Just
it's like
fucking
somebody
don't
of that
do it.
stature.
I have 1 beer and I'll take an Uber.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know.
It's
Like,
just
what
you
the
just
fuck?
pull out your app.
Right. If I'm going out to dinner, it's like I'm gonna drink a glass of wine. It's like, well, I'm not gonna drive. Well, why would I even put it on that line?
Why even risk it at this point?
It's nuts. Okay, Max, ready?
What would you like to start with?
Whatever you want.
So I'm telling you the 4 random words now?
Yes. And we
Okay.
have to remember no writing it down, no cheating.
Okay. And this is things that were talked about in the interview.
Okay.
Like words that were said during this interview.
Okay.
oh,
Vibes,
Okay.
Monday,
Okay.
30%.
Okay.
That for
That's
the
2
record,
words.
that 30%. It's 3 syllable or
you're saying a lot of words right
Characters.
now.
That's 2 words.
I already forgot the second
30%. Well, that was Taylor Swift's chance of coming to the
Okay,
Beer Olympics.
30%
I wanted to-
vibes,
yeah.
Monday.
Vibes Monday,
Yep.
30%.
And this is I'm counting this as one word: titsandascalore.com.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Vibes
All right,
Monday, 30%, titsandascalore.com.
Correct.
And we're taping this a week before beer games, so we got to keep this in our brain
Okay, yeah.
this whole week.
That'll be fun.
God damn it.
Vibes Monday, 30%. Titsandascalore.com.
Okay. All right.
So now you want I did NFL trivia.
Okay.
Kind of. First one. What college did Peerless Price attend?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Bang.
Okay.
Wow, that was quick.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Who has the longest rush in the history of the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl?
Was he on the Redskins? No.
Oh.
The longest rush in the history of the
Ready?
Super Bowl.
Answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willie Parker.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Steelers.
Fast Willie Parker.
Yeah.
Great nickname.
What running back led the position in yak in this past year?
Not Christian McCaffrey?
Not CMC?
Nope.
Um,
This one surprised me.
Can't be there. No, it wasn't there.
Saquon?
Brees Hall.
Oh,
okay.
he did have a
Okay.
sneaky year.
Brees
Very
Hall.
up and down fantasy wise.
Yeah, but I mean, he had Izzy nip it at his heels.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Who is the Bengals' all-time sack leader? Played recently.
Carlos Dunlap, Florida.
Carlos Dunlap.
What? He is. He
Yep.
went to Florida.
And who's the only AFC team to win a Super Bowl but not win an AFC championship?
Oh.
This one's Shane. This one's a Shane question.
Wait,
Chiefs?
win a
Super Bowl.
So it's a team that's in the NFC like the Seahawks that used to be in the AFC.
No, the opposite.
Wait.
No, they've never won an AFC championship, but they're currently in the AFC.
No,
Correct.
and they've never won. And
They've never won an
a-
AFC championship.
But they've won a Super.
They've
But they've
never
won
won
a
an
Super-
AFC championship.
They've never won an AFC championship, but they have won a Super
They
Bowl.
have
see,
won a
let's
Super
and
Bowl.
they're currently in the AFC.
So there's the
They've never.
Broncos,
No, Broncos
Raiders.
definitely
No,
not.
I'm naming AFC teams.
Titans,
Colts,
Dolphins,
or
The Jets.
the Jets.
So the Jets were in the NFC.
Yeah, I
Oh
didn't know
yeah,
that.
and they won. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Yes.
All right.
You ready for the riddle?
Yes.
So we got to remember all these answers.
Yeah.
This riddle.
I got Peerless Price on lockdown.
Peerless Price
And
was good.
Carlos Dunlap.
I got that on lockdown.
I
And
just
Carlos
looked
Dunlap.
up most random NFL player and
Yeah.
where they went to.
Yeah, I got that on lockdown.
What has 4 fingers and a thumb but isn't alive?
What has 4 fingers
And a thumb.
and a thumb?
4 fingers and a thumb, not alive.
Jimmy Carter.
What has 4 fingers?
Chubb's hand.
By the time he could be dead by the time
He
this
could be
comes
very
out.
much dead. I mean, I don't know if today's a sleep day or not for him.
Yeah.
Fingers and a
4
thumb.
fingers and a thumb.
All right, ready
I
for
mean,
answer?
your hand.
No. Don't say it yet, Max.
Okay.
You're never
It's
going
a
to get
riddle.
this. Will. Man to man. You're never going to get this.
I might surprise
I don't
you.
even know what. All right,
Might
sound it
surprise
out.
you.
Sound it out. Tell us what your process is here.
I don't know. It's,
Right.
It's something in a
So-
riddle.
Oh, the
Something
hamburger
in-
helper glove.
So close.
Okay,
Oh.
all right.
Ronald McDonald?
Hey, that was a good
Just-
guess.
But that's also valid, I think.
You're right there. You're right there.
Hamburger helper.
The other word.
The glove. A glove.
glove.
A glove.
A glove.
A glove. So, yeah.
All right.
The hamburger
Yes.
helper glove.
No, just a glove, but also
Glove.
Yes,
specifically the hamburger helper glove.
Glove.
Not allowed.
Hey, nice fucking pull. See,
Nice
Max
pull.
almost said it, and we just got
Yeah.
that genius out of
Yeah.
PFT.
Yeah, we did, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, me and you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw.
We had to fill the air while he thought about
We
it.
could have. You and I could have sat here.
We got.
100 hours.
We've gotten all of these correct.
Yeah.
Will's Dorito question yesterday was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Boy, man.
Okay, random story.
Okay. Yeah. So we got to remember this too.
Jesus.
The details of the.
These are
Wait.
a lot of things.
I made this one up.
Vibes,
No vibes.
Monday,
Monday, 30%.
Titsandasklore.com.
Okay, ready for the random story?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Max and Hank went out on the boat. Hank was confident in his boating abilities until the engine stalled and we were stuck in the middle of the lake. Luckily, Roan had a blue jet ski on the shore and was able to come out for a rescue mission. But the jet ski only had room for 1 extra person, so Hank stabbed Max with a screwdriver and hopped on the jet ski.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Okay.
Hank and Max went out on a boat.
Max
Hank
was,
sucks
Hank
at-
was confident.
Sucks at driving the boat. The boat stalled. Roan came in on a blue jet ski. Hank kills Max.
He only He only
what?
has room for one seat.
One.
But he would have done it anyways.
Yeah. Hank kills
He
Max,
saw the perfect opportunity.
and then Hank and Roan go back.
What did Hank use to kill?
Screwdriver.
Driver. All right. Those details are going to be very funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We're fucked.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got.
Because I think we'll
Yeah.
I think we'll know the answers to the question.
The trivia questions, we'll definitely not get one of them, but the
Yeah.
riddle and the words are going to be
No, we got the trivia. It's Peerless Price went to
Tennessee.
longest touchdown, Willie Parker.
Parker.
Bengals career sack leader,
Carlos Dunlap.
Carlos Dunlap, and only team to win a Super Bowl,
Jets.
Jets.
And no,
There's one
and
other.
Brees Hall.
Yep.
Brees Hall, no cheating. Can't go back and listen to this. Oh no, we won't even be out.
Won't be out.
Yeah. So it's-
Now, a question: are we working together when this
Yeah, yeah,
happens?
yeah,
Okay,
we're
so
trying
we'll
to
all
get-
be around each other.
yeah, we're trying to get as many correct as we can after the beer Olympics.
We got to do something that's like physical with us three.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a test that,
Wrestle?
that Hank can narrate.
Egg toss.
You can all wrestle.
Yeah.
Just hit some egg toss.
Oh, egg toss would be good. Yeah. Okay. Well, Will. I'm
Hey,
happy
thanks
this
for
this is
thanks for
gonna
having
be
me on.
Fucking
boys.
great. This is gonna be awesome.
Time out. You guys are actually coming, right?
As of right now, yes.
Okay.
It would
As
be a
of right
shame
now.
if
It
we
would
did
be a
it.
As
shame.
of right now, yes. As of right now, you got a dick to say now.
I know, bro.
Will,
Because hey, I remember when the first commits. What?
just look me in the eye. We're gonna be there.
Okay. All right.
We haven't been recording it.
And, when we had all the big names and we said them, I remember you just being like, "Hey, best case or best thing to do next time, just don't say who's coming, so that way
Ever.
it's not a letdown."
Ever. You just
So it's just
never
as of
say
right
it.
now.
As of right now.
now.
Yeah. You can never just be like, next year's Beer Olympics, we have a commitment from Dana Beers. That's
Now
it.
the truck that you guys are coming in on, are you gonna have speakers just blaring?
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be tricked out. Yeah.
We got some
Right?
NWO shirts.
The whole vibe
no water
was
other
we
than
wa-
body armor.
We wanted to just crash it like Stone Cold.
yeah.
Love
And
it.
we're going to have Jerry in it. He's going to be a ref.
Yeah, Jerry was on the list. Jerry was gonna?
Jerry.
I knew when that video went, I was like, we're
No.
probably gonna lose Jerry. huh?
Jerry, God bless Jerry. When Will and Taylor kicked us out of beer games, Jerry texted me immediately. He goes, "They're dead to me." I had to tell him that it's okay to talk to Will again.
Yeah.
Because then Will reached out to Jerry, and Jerry
Tried to
was like,
feel it out. I said, "Love what you did with the dogs
Yeah,
yesterday."
and Jerry just replied, like texted me. He's like, "Will just tried to reach out to me. I'm waiting for you to tell me if it's okay."
he's a loyal dog,
You
man.
need the
need 'em.
foxhole guys.
You need
He's
him.
a foxhole guy. All right, Will. Thank you so much.
Thank you, boys.
Compton the Boy was brought to you by Visible. If you haven't heard of Visible, now you have. They're the wireless carrier that's making wireless visible. It's right there in the name. Switch to Visible, the wireless company that makes wireless visible. Get a one-line plan with unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon as low as $25 a month every month, taxes and fees included. Use promo code TAKE20 to receive $20 off your first month for listening to this podcast. One-line wireless as low as $25 a month, taxes and fees included. Unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon. Switch now at visible.com. Save on wireless with unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon. For data management practices and additional terms, visit visible.com. The Visible monthly rate is $25 a month. Switch now at visible.com.
Okay, we're back after the beer games.
I'm hammered.
I do not feel good.
I'm hammered. I actually feel pretty good right now, but I know for a fact I'm hammered.
Yeah, I retired from drinking games. I put out a press release.
You had a hell of a run.
I said there could be an unretirement. What? I retired from drinking games.
What led to the retirement?
I'm just washed, dude. I'm so washed.
He's
I
got
tried to-
allergies.
I should have left when I beat.
What made you realize you were washed?
This could just be in the moment. You know, you're never supposed to retire right after the season. This past week has been my season.
Yeah, the case race beer games in 1 week combo has
Sphere
been
in
a
the
lot.
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're being hard on yourself. You were like very good.
You were good at the
Maybe
chug.
the last game you weren't so good, but the other games you carried. And I'm not just talking about myself.
Wait, why are you saying that he carried? What are you saying, Max?
Because I
was on his team. Who would he carry?
True. Good point.
well, how did you do in the 3 beer chug?
In the 3 beer chug, I did not fare well. But I knew that I wasn't going to do well in that because I
Okay.
just can't fit that much beer in my belly.
Yep.
But I feel like in the flip cup and the beer pong, I did very well. And I also showed my testicles to Waka Flocka Flame and psyched him out. So that's a
did
major
happen.
that's a major dub.
That did happen.
He got so freaked out by my nuts. He was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
I did the old trick of, "Oops, I slipped in and fell in some gum." Didn't know what to
Got
do with
him.
it.
No,
Flex.
I should have walked off when I did the boot chug to start in 8.1 seconds and beat Quentin Nelson,
It's pretty good.
and I should have left right there, and just because that's all I can do. I could chug. I can't do anything else.
It was a good chug. It was a really good chug.
It felt good, but yeah. Sometimes you gotta know when you're washed.
Yeah.
There's a
You're
bunch
not
of young-
washed. You're not
There's a bunch
washed.
of young bucks
you're-
out
you're-
there.
you're too hard on
washed.
yourself
None of us
right
should be
now.
competing in beer games.
Wouldn't you rather walk away when you're still competitive than walk away when you're just terrible.
It's like Willie Mays.
I
Yeah.
still think you're competitive.
By the way, we should have said Willie Mays, R.I.P.
We
We did
this.
say R.I.P.
Oh, we
Willie
did.
Mays,
Yeah. Oh, it was that we only did a minute and a half on him.
Yeah.
That was what people were upset about.
I don't think.
Longer than any hockey recap we've ever done.
No, today we did a big hockey recap. We talked about the dog.
Other than today, it's hilarious how few hockey
there-
recaps.
But we do. We also have
Yeah.
more hockey guests than every other regular sports podcast.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm in on that. Love it.
We didn't say R.I.P. Jerry West ever.
That was it.
R.I.P. Jerry West.
Yo, Jerry
Didn't
West.
even know he died.
I-
The
oh,
logo.
really?
No
Did you?
idea.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? Jerry Springer died.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did a while
He's dead.
ago.
He's big time dead.
Crazy.
Can I say something about Jerry West?
Yeah.
I don't want to sound insensitive. Great player. Great human being, I think. I don't know. R.I.P. Now we're not talking about changing the logo anymore after he died.
True.
So he's going to be the logo
True.
for probably forever. But at the time when he was alive, they were like, we should
Change
maybe
it.
change it to Michael Jordan. Now
Yeah.
he can't change anymore.
Change it. Don't change it. Jerry West was a great GM too.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I just look. Jerry Springer died so long ago.
So long
I
ago,
didn't know
dude.
about
But I
that.
just thought of it the other day. I was like, damn, Jerry Springer's not with us.
Recurring guest and part of my take.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. I don't know why it popped in my head. Where are we?
Rushmore.
Rushmore,
We
yeah.
are in Till Luan's pool house.
Haunted
also
house. Haunted Civil War house.
There's a ghost. Apparently, multiple ghosts in here. This was a Civil War hospital for,
Yeah.
I think, maybe the side that lost. I don't know. But yeah, we're here in this pool house, and we are very hammered
I see
after
a
Beer
sign that
Olympics.
says, "I'm a pop star, not a doctor."
yeah, that's from Civil War.
Yeah.
Also, if you're listening to this, you opted into it, so thank you very much.
I think
for
people like
listening.
this. We don't do it often. We don't do. It's
been a long
It's
time.
been a long
Yeah.
time since we've done a drunk or a hungover
I've
part of my
never-
bake.
I've never been on the show for any of these.
Yeah.
Because we know that like watching drunk people sometimes is funny, but listening to drunk people sometimes is very not funny.
Yeah,
so we try
correct.
to sprinkle it in like Salt Bay.
We're gonna have Will on in a minute. Will is the drunkest man on planet Earth because he lasted a long time in Beer Olympics. Let's do the Rushmore though.
What's Mount Rushmore again?
Mount Rushmore of things you say to your boys when you're drunk,
Okay.
and no one is prepped.
Nope.
No, I have no idea.
No one is prepped.
No, I was starting to do a notepad, and then you're like, none of us
No,
have
no,
done
no,
it.
no
so
notepad, no
I got
notepad.
nothing.
So it's
No,
we're
no,
in
bad.
this state right now.
Notepad.
Hank and I also weren't supposed to be drunk for this, and then
True. We have some behind the scenes footage when I broke it to Hank.
so funny, literally so funny.
He was so mad.
I wasn't mad. I was just.
You
I
were
was,
You were
so-
mad.
stop
you were
that.
so
Oh,
mad.
yeah,
You were-
wait,
you were so mad at
wait.
me.
You're
Wait.
not gonna be able to say that when the footage comes out.
I was all right. So all right,
Wait,
man, I
wait,
was
wait.
mad. The second that I showed up, I walked in and like I woke up, clear outlook in life. I've been living happily. Since
Wait,
the
real
parade.
quick, Hank. I think we did a bad job of setting this up. We're at Beer Olympics, and we've known that we're coming to Beer Olympics for a long time, but we're trying to do the long sell of getting kicked out of Beer Olympics and not going. But we showed up today in Nashville. We didn't talk about that start, did we?
We talked about it with Will,
Oh, that's
and
right.
we
yeah.
did talk about it at the start. a
Oh, we
little.
did both. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. Sorry for trying to set it up.
But
My
Hank
bad.
wasn't supposed to be in, and then last night Roan was out, and I offered up Hank, and he was so mad at me.
Sorry for ruining your story, Hank.
The quick
my bad.
story was that I walked in the beer and
Oh, yeah,
saw
tell us
Waka
the story.
Flocka, and then I had the best day of my life.
Yeah, Waka
What'd
Flocka.
you
Flocka.
do? What'd you
One of the
with
best day of my
Waka
lives.
Flocka today?
We just hung out, talk shop.
Also, best
I watched
move.
him explain cryptocurrency to Stu Feiner. Which
Oh, that's a hell of a duo.
That-
dream blunt rotation.
That can't.
Best move I made when I showed up today was I just became best friends with Michael Chandler. Because I was like, I don't want to get armbarred. I don't want to get in a fucking hold. And I was just gassing him up. And he's like, he was like pumping me up. He's like, when you talk, people listen. I was like, all right, just don't armbar me, dude.
After today, I'm the biggest Michael Chandler guy of all time.
Of all time, he's the man.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He is the man.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Coolest guy. Should I go?
Yes.
Rushmore?
Yes.
Look at that chick.
Oh,
Okay, that's a good first.
that's a good one. That's
First
a good
pick.
First pick. That's a good first pick.
Look at that chick.
All right, Mel.
I love my girlfriend, but
Look at that
I would
chick.
say if I was drunk with the boys, I would be like, look at that chick. Yep.
That's pretty good.
This is gonna be.
If I were single, I would be like,
mess
look
on
at that
the-
chick.
on the graphic.
All right, I'm gonna go with a simple one. This, I love you, man.
Yeah, it's a great one.
I love
Fuck,
you.
that's
All right, no,
my answer.
wait, can I change it? I fucking love you, man.
Yeah.
I fucking love you, man.
Fuck, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Look at that chick was a good answer too.
Look at that shit.
Love my
Just
girlfriend.
pointing at a woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I'm not actually gonna do anything, but like acknowledging that girls are hot to your boys is like a thing.
No,
Yeah.
keep talking.
at that
Keep
chick.
talking, Max. Keep digging.
Look at that vagina. That's what you say, Max?
No, that's not me.
All right, I'll go with another easy one. Be safe out there, kids, but should I call my guy?
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of words.
No, but I think it's just
Should I call my guy?
I think we all know what that means.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
I will go with grab me one.
Yeah.
Boy goes to grab a beer.
Yeah.
Grab me one's good.
Grab me one.
Grab me one's
Grab
good.
me one. Grab me one. That's a good one.
And then I will go with no prep is tough.
No prep is tough.
Like,
I
what do you want to
fucking
say?
love you is pretty much the go-to. That should have been the 1-1. I don't know
Yeah.
how it slipped to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't
What
even
else you
say
got?
what I said too.
Come on.
What are we feeling tonight?
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
What are we feeling nice good? What are we feeling nice
Not
good?
really. Okay.
You have a couple beers, like you're at the
What are
you're
you feeling?
what are you feeling tonight?
You would love to ask that right now, like when we're done with this. What are we feeling?
What are you feeling tonight?
What are we feeling tonight?
What are you feeling tonight?
Going to bed.
PFT?
What's up?
What are you feeling tonight?
Uh,
What are you feeling tonight?
I don't want to give away any of my other answers. I'm about to say things that drunk people say to their bros.
Yeah. Next pick is do you think Jason Tatum has aura? No, I'm just kidding. That's not actually my pick.
No, that's what he said.
That's not my
I think
pick.
he said
graphic.
that.
That's
I
a
think.
joke.
Yeah,
That's not my
memes?
pick. It was a bad joke.
It was a good joke.
Memes, can we get
Thank
a ruling?
you, PFT. It's not actually. We got to do this more,
Yeah, that's a good one.
especially when you get older.
That's an
you
old guy
always
pick for
say
sure.
we got. I'm always like we got to do this.
That's
more.
a good pick.
And then you don't see your friends for like another 6 months.
Yep.
But
Good
we got to
pick.
do this more.
For number 2, I'm gonna go with. Want to go strip club?
Yeah. Good one.
You want to go to strip club? You just throw it out there. I'm not a strip club guy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not actually like a. Do you actually say that with your boys?
I'm
could.
saying there's no, but Hank,
like,
I know
you
what you're
could.
saying, Hank, but there's always one guy in the group that says
No, that's like a bachelor party thing, not like a
No,
with your boys.
There's always one guy that's a strip club
at a
guy
bachelor party.
that throws it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it plays.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see. This Mount Rushmore might suck. We got a banger though for Friday. Shout out the top YouTube comment on Monday.
I have 2.
Yeah.
Can I get a hit of that?
Nice.
Okay, it's good.
Can I get a hit of that? It can go.
Is that about a chick again?
No, it's about a vape. I guess cigarette doesn't. I guess it would be drag if it were a cigarette.
Yeah.
But it's like I need or weed. I'm not a big weed guy, but it's like I need something of that. And then my next thing,
Guys don't talk
I
to each
have
other.
one, but I'm trying to think of the best way to word it.
Guys don't talk to each other, huh?
I feel like with my friends, I just say stupid shit, but
Yeah.
that's not.
Relatable to the general public?
I think
Or
guys.
maybe it is.
I think guys talk to each other, but we
Like I'm just gonna say what I
we just talk shit to like we get mad at each other.
Yeah.
I think I know the best way to word this.
Okay.
Wanna
Probably
go-
won't be.
Want to go get some food?
Oh, that's it took you that long.
Well,
love
I was
it.
like, realistically, I was thinking in my head, what I wanted to say was like, what do you want from Taco Bell? But like
yes.
that
yes. Or should we order a pizza?
should we order a pizza? And like, I thought I was limiting the rest of the drunk food world.
Yes.
But want to go get some food? It probably should come to me quicker. But that's
I agree with that.
That's the round I want to go with.
Listen,
Yes.
Max, that's a fantastic pick, but it's just very funny. That took you a minute to phrase that
I
correctly.
really just wanted to say like
Taco
what do you want
Bell.
from Taco
Yeah,
Bell?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like right now, what I'm thinking of, like boys, like what should we get from Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about this and like
Yeah.
what I'm thinking Taco Bell. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm done.
All right, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. You're the fucking best.
Oh, I like that.
You're the fucking best.
I like that. That's a
Wait,
good
what was
one.
your first one?
My first one was
love you,
I
man.
fucking love you, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two different things.
No, I just wanted to know what your first one was.
Entirely different conversations. I fucking love you, man. Is having a heart to heart with a bro. You're the fucking best. Is they do something sweet and you need to acknowledge that they're sweet at what they
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
The music's coming on in the background. All right, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. No prep is a bad idea.
did. Max stole mine. I didn't think he'd get there. Want to order some food is a good pick.
That's a good one.
Good value pick.
I can't believe it lasts that long. I thought about that 1-1. Not fat. though.
Probably should
Okay,
take
I'll go
that.
with
Not
one
fat.
that definitely works. What do we want to bet on? If you're with your friends and you have
that's
games
cool.
and games are on, maybe it's like a Saturday afternoon. It's like what are we betting on tonight?
That's a really good
Maybe
one.
what are we betting on tonight is the wording.
Good pick.
Yeah, that definitely happens.
Yeah, for sure. I will go. I mean, this is where it's like this is just what I do with
Just
my
speak-
actual friends.
speak from
Yeah,
yourself.
I like to just walk up to my friends and like you see them, you're just like just thoughts.
Oh,
Oh, just a thoughts.
then,
Thoughts
Oh.
question mark.
Thoughts is good.
Thoughts.
Thoughts is good.
thoughts.
And then it's
Thoughts
like
is
what?
good.
And then you're like thoughts.
Okay.
And then you never know where your friend's gonna go. Like they're gonna just
Okay.
start, they're drunk. They're just gonna start talking about whatever's on their mind.
Yeah,
Thoughts.
thoughts.
Thoughts is good. Thoughts is funny.
I like
It's good because it puts it on the other person right there.
Thoughts.
Yeah, and I'll just be
Yeah.
like, you're walking around drunk. You see, you walk past your friend 10 times. You just be like, what's good? You just be like, thoughts.
thoughts. I like that.
And then, she got any friends?
Oh, good one.
Because
She
your
got any
friends, they'll
friends?
talk about their girls are talking to them. Like, she got any friends?
Yeah.
Good one.
And hopefully they do.
So my last one is, I don't know how you guys can maybe help me through it. It's not like a specific phrase, but it's like making super aggressive plans for the next day that you're not going to do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
the
how would I don't know if I can just say it that making super
Or just
aggressive plans.
future plans. too.
Yeah,
like,
but-
if, like,
No,
No,
but-
but it should be tomorrow
It-
because
it's
like,
like you plan on going out to get like brunch
Yeah,
tomorrow.
brunch or
We
like, oh,
think you're
let's golf
invincible.
tomorrow.
when you
Yeah,
know that
let's do
nobody's
that.
gonna wake up before 10 a.m.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, okay,
Right.
so we're gonna meet at 9:45 at this diner, and then we're gonna go out.
it's like we're gonna be fine tomorrow.
Let's
or
run it
like-
back tomorrow.
Let's run
Yeah.
it back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Isn't bad.
I think it can just
Yeah.
simply be making aggressive plans for tomorrow that you won't keep.
yeah.
you don't
talk
say
about
that to
that.
your boys.
yeah, so I'm
It's got to be if it's Mount
gotta be the
Rushmore,
phrase.
what you
I'm gonna
say to
agree
your
with
boys.
Hank on this one.
Okay,
Has to
all right.
Like, what do you say to your boys when you're drunk?
All right, let's run it back tomorrow. Okay.
Let's run it-
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, be like, dude, let's
Let's
you
run
know
it
what?
back.
Let's go get brunch. Like,
Yeah,
let's run
yeah.
it back tomorrow.
Let's
Like,
run it back
go
tomorrow,
get brunch
yeah.
tomorrow. Like,
Let's run it back
We
tomorrow.
gotta just-
works. Yeah, because that happens so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
You're
yeah.
just like, oh, we'll do this, we'll do that.
what are you
Go
doing
to a
tomorrow?
Cubs
Yeah.
game. Yeah, we'll golf. I once signed up for a 5K when I was drunk. and just didn't show up the next day.
Yeah, that's great though.
Yeah, it was a great cancellation.
Yeah. I've only done a 5K once in my life, and you made me do it.
Yeah, and you cheated.
Yeah. I would have cheated more if I didn't have to.
You're gonna have to do that again this year, by the way.
All right, so
I'll do it. I'll do it this time.
for my fourth one, I'm gonna say I don't know. I think this is
You're
loud.
the best. Oh, that was your last one.
No, Hank, whose turn is it?
Sorry,
Whose turn is it, Hank?
my bad.
That's right. I really think insert your quarterback's name here is going to be awesome this year. Let me rephrase that. I really think quarterback's name is going to have a big year.
I like that because it happened to me today, and I don't know if that's people just trying to be nice to me, but I had multiple people be like, "Yeah, Caleb Williams could be awesome."
It happened to me twice today
Yeah.
already. Where
Yeah.
you just whoever your quarterback is, you're like, I think the system suits him really
Yeah,
well.
I like
the
it.
offensive coordinator is going
Yeah,
to
like
be a
when
good
in doubt,
fit.
just talk about your sports teams or their sports teams.
He reminds me a lot of Lamar Jackson.
I like
people
that.
are saying
I like that. I like that.
I really think quarterback's going to be good. Max, have you
I
said
like
that
that.
to anybody?
No, I
So you
feel
don't
like
think that Jalen Hurts is going to be good.
everyone knows Jalen Hurts is good quarterback.
Is he okay?
Is he?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is the guy.
Oh, he's a good quarterback.
he was-
Having to say he's the guy means you might be doubting.
And it's interesting that he said that he's good. Like if I had the guy, I would be like, he's a fucking beast.
Yeah, Max, did you ever figure out who that Eagle is here today?
What?
The Eagle that's
Trevor
here?
Keegan. That was on
we
me.
go.
That was bad.
He just got drafted.
He just got drafted. Big Cat was like, that was.
I hyped you up.
but that was also on you because you didn't know him.
Of course not.
He hates me.
He was like, I'm an Eagles player, and then I happened to be walking by. He's like, Max is a diehard Eagles guy.
Yeah.
And then he looked at me. He's like, if you're such a diehard Eagles guy, who am I? I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, but that's
Also-
like a 2% of the fan base.
He was
Yeah.
he was like
He
a
just got
mid-fifth
drafted.
round pick.
Also,
Trevor
shout
Keegan,
out
good
Graham
guy.
Glasgow.
He's probably gonna be a beast.
Graham Glasgow is the nicest guy in the world.
He really is.
He's the best.
Yeah, I talked to him for like 20 minutes
Yeah.
today.
He's
the
a
best.
Great dude, Graham Glasgow.
Last pick. I crushed this draft. Where are we going after this?
You think so?
That's a good. That's
Yeah.
a,
That's
that's
a
a
good
great
last
Where are we
pick.
going after
That's
this?
a good
That's
last
a great
pick.
pick.
Yeah.
You
That,
just said
that
it.
is a good. That is a good pick.
I mean,
That's a
crushed
great
this
last
draft.
pick.
Because you're always trying to find the next move.
Yeah, you're always trying to find the next move.
Like if
where are we
people don't
going
want
after
to like
this?
where they're at,
Yeah.
you'll just be like, where?
If I lose this draft, this is another reason of like everyone
Oh
hates.
no,
me.
That's a, no,
Oh,
that Max.
no.
That's
let's not get ahead of
That's a good
ourselves.
strategy. Just attack
You literally
the
missed the
listeners.
1-1.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, you
1-1
did.
was easy.
Your 1-1 was terrible.
I love you guys.
I fucking love
Yeah.
you, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
I
that
wasn't-
was easy one.
Your 1-1 was look at that girl.
Yeah, no, I fucking love you is the easiest.
Yeah, that is
easiest
Look at
1-1.
that
Toss-up.
chick. Oh
Like,
my God,
You're
that
saying
chick-
that when you're
Oh my
when
God,
you're
that
drunk,
chick
guys
is
don't
so
look-
hot.
drunk guys don't like looking at other chicks and like not
I
hitting
don't.
on
I
them.
never look at other.
I'm
chicks.
more likely to be like, dude,
I love you.
I fucking love you,
Yeah.
dude.
No, I do that
love
too.
you. Like right now,
Fuck.
I love you
EFT,
guys.
I fucking love you.
Yeah,
I love you
I
guys.
fucking love you, dude.
I'm not gonna be like, look at that chick.
Right.
That sounds like you're a stalker.
So creepy. Yo, look at that chick.
Look at her.
I also
There's a
love
woman
my
there.
fucking girlfriend.
Look
That's the thing. That's the thing about me.
All right.
I
that
was
is the
thinking
thing,
for the
like-
masses, like dudes love talking about like
Yeah,
girls.
dudes love doing that. Look at that shit.
They do. That is a
Oh
thing
no,
for sure.
you've talked yourself into a last place.
No, I
yeah.
haven't. I actually
Yes,
crushed this
without a doubt.
for sure. For sure.
All right, honorable mentions real quick. I have a couple old guy ones because
Okay.
I'm washed. There's kind of like the we should do this more often. Every time I've ever gone on a bachelor party, it's like, dude, wouldn't it be sick if we just got a house, like all of us
Yeah,
together,
that's a good one.
like just and like left our lives and just hung out in a house,
Dude,
When you're in that
yeah.
like mid like second day bachelor party.
Let's write a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's another one where you're drunk. You're like, this. Everything's so funny. Like,
yeah.
we should write a movie.
And then like it does. Unfortunately, you with your friends, it's like, how are the kids? That kind of sucks, but that does happen.
Yeah, compound talk. I have compound talk on almost every like bachelor big group hangout. It's like, let's get a fucking compound.
Yes,
All live
right.
together. Pool in the middle.
Let's get a house.
Get
yeah,
our money
beach
together.
house.
Yeah.
I do the move because guys don't really talk to each other that deeply. I do the move at the end of the bachelor parties. I just tell all my friends, like, tell me one thing that I can bring home with me when I get asked.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, give me like a work thing, a family. Just give me one thing I can be like, oh yeah, he's doing this.
Honorable mention. Did you hear how bad Max's Mount Rushmore was the
Yep.
other day?
Yep.
Now this is gonna crush.
Yeah.
Hank,
Another
how
one-
many bachelor parties have you been to?
Good question.
3?
Not that many. How many have you guys been to?
A lot.
15.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, somewhere around 20-ish.
I've been to two of my two brothers, but I haven't been to any of my friends yet. And like I'm waiting for like that moment.
Yeah.
I'll put this out there. Max is a good
other
bachelor
one-
party hang.
The other one that I like to do, like, again, like, this is more just what I do, but I just like to be like, sup?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stop's
So-
a going.
Sup?
That wouldn't have played.
Max, I'm
Sup?
jealous
No,
of
but
you
I'm
though.
thinking, like, when I'm with my friends, if I'm walking around, I was like, sup?
What about I think she's into you, or I think she's into me? Like you run into a
Like
random
after
girl.
someone says, "Look at that chick."
Yeah, but then after you look at her, she comes by,
Yeah.
and then she just says something nice and walks away. and then you say, I think she's into me, or I think she's into you.
Except everyone has that one friend that
I'm in
thinks
love with blank.
everyone has that one friend that thinks every chick is into him.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, that's just not possible.
Oh, the cart girl. I think she's into me.
Oh yeah, she's
no,
into
she's
me.
not.
Max, the bachelor party, I'm jealous because I would say so. Yeah, I've been to probably about 15, roughly.
Hey, Big Cat, can I give you a quick note?
What?
People, they're gonna cook you
I don't
for,
give a
for
fuck.
posture.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I'm drunk.
I'm just looking
I'm
out for you.
retired. I'm in retirement now, so
I'm
I don't
upset
care.
I'm not wearing my Kelsey cutoff jersey right now.
I feel like shit. I'm in retirement. Bachelor parties like 1 through 9 are the best. Then you get that like summer where you do a bunch and you're like, I'm kind of burnt out. So then it becomes a little bit of a chore, but then you got to hold on because the last couple are also the best because you're like, these are the end. Like the last couple that I did, I was like, this is the end. Like I know all my friends are married. Like this is it. This is all I got. Really live it up.
Yeah, I'm in like the middle of wedding season right now, but none of them are like my really like close boys.
Yeah, you don't
So
have
it's like
you
I'm
don't have
do-
friends, is what he's saying.
I have so many fucking friends. It's crazy. But
A lot of weddings, not a lot of bachelor parties.
Hypothetically speaking, just boys talking here.
my best friends.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Hypothetically
Thoughts.
speaking,
Thoughts.
boys talking here.
What?
Hank and Max, Shane and Memes, you can chime in. At some point in the future, if you decide to get married, would PFT and I be invited to your bachelor party?
Yeah.
No, Shane?
Shane says no.
Yeah.
Probably a smart decision.
I
from Shane.
say yes, but you guys will not come.
I'll come to your. No, I'll
I
be on
would
your
say
bachelor
yes,
party.
and you guys better
I
come.
think Hank.
Oh, I'll come to yours.
I think Hank would come. I think Hank is the only one that would come to my bachelor party.
I would come for a day.
Max, I'll go.
I'd come for a day.
Wait, where is it?
Probably the shore.
No.
Yeah,
my
that's-
dream
that's what I
bachelor
was worried
party.
about.
My dream
Atlantic
bachelor party is a force, I'll say right now, but it's so
forest?
far away that no, it's a force.
Well,
Oh,
Hank's
Forrest.
gonna have like Tom Brady and Jason Tatum on his bachelor party.
I would want to do like darts in like Ireland or England.
Ooh. And golf?
And golf.
That rocks.
Yeah, I'm in.
Mine is like also like a big
It
sporting
needs to
event.
be the real
Yeah.
darts
I agree.
environment. But it would be, that seems like the best boys vibe.
What do you got?
Mine is also a big sporting event, which is sad because it's like I'm not a huge Penn State football fan, but like I think a Penn State weekend at like
All right. Let's go to
UCLA would be
Come on.
fun, or like Washington. Or, like I want like a sporting event that I care
You want
about.
like Penn State fucking Michigan like
Max,
in
Max,
November?
that would be fun.
Max is correct. I am not going to Happy Valley for a bachelor.
Not Happy Valley. I want an away game. This is stupid. Let's not talk about this. I don't
Okay,
fucking
yeah,
know.
good point.
All right. We're going to do Will with the concussion test. Okay. We're going to end the show. Beer games
Dude,
with
you guys
the drunkest
did it,
guy in the
bro.
world. That's Will Compton.
You did it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it.
Thank you.
Y'all sat there like, obviously me and you went back and forth, but it's sitting there like, Big Cat's like, hey, what if we come and surprise everybody?
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there stubborn as fuck, thinking like, hey, if there's anything to salvage it, go ahead and do it, blah, blah, blah. We'd be up for it. Big Cat had the idea that everybody come and like come together. And legitimately, bro, Waka Flocka Flame, you guys
He's the
coming
man.
and having fun. You sitting there being like, hey, I didn't know that was what it was. My fault, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't know that
It
there.
truly meant a lot. Legitimately.
I didn't
love
know
that.
I didn't know
Hey,
that you were
you
doing
know
I had a
that,
that,
blast.
bro.
I didn't
I
know about the stuff behind the scenes you were dealing with. I was making jokes, but I'm very happy that we
Dude,
did
I did
we
retire.
had so much fun.
I retired from drinking games.
What? You can't retire.
I retired from.
You are
I retired from drinking games.
the ultimate warrior to now.
Yeah. too
You
much.
cannot retire.
I've decided to declare myself professional, and I'm going to enter the pro sphere.
I left myself open to unretire, but I'm retired as of right now.
Yeah.
I need a break.
I might be
My
retired.
body's hurt.
I might be retired tomorrow morning when I wake up, and then
Yes.
and then we'll see. But
Join me in
as of right
retirement.
now, I'm ready to.
Dude.
If you did another beer Olympics, I'm in.
When even Max, bro, like Hank, Max, the boys being like, hey, are we going to move it? Yada, yada, yada. You guys buying in. Honestly, all we ever wanted was you
Yes.
guys to be fired up.
And it was.
And
It was
NBC,
awesome.
you know that. Like,
Yeah, no,
all
I
we
know.
ever wanted was you
All
guys
we ever wanted was do it in Nashville because this was fucking awesome. It was
the best, bro. I'm sitting there looking at Taylor. I'm like, dog, this we should never leave,
Yeah.
bro. This is it.
I might have said on a confessional that I wanted to go home. But that's a fair thing for a guy who's 39 with 3 kids and getting his ass kicked in a pool by offensive linemen. And
Yeah.
I was just like, I just want to go home and like see my kids.
You know what my favorite part was? No spoilers, but we did lose one event early, and just getting into the pool and hanging out in the pool for like an hour while
Yeah, with
everyone
the
else
boys.
competed. That was maybe the best time. Just like
Yeah.
chilling with Dana Beers, who, by the way, he doesn't drink beer anymore.
Right.
But yeah, just hanging with him and Glenny Balls in the pool. What a blunt rotation that was with
You're
those
sitting
two.
there looking at cats, and it's kind of like, hey, are we about to get fucked up? You kind of know, like, yo, we're about to get wrecked.
Yeah.
Should we fully go there?
And things got
Jerry
rowdy.
buying all the way in. Like, dude,
The
honestly,
3 beer chug is a genius starting thing because I was like,
you were
buzzed
thinking
instantly.
you were thinking about going strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're thinking about ditching it. Yeah. Because some of us aren't that good at chugging beers.
Will's got
Without
nothing
naming
behind
names.
his eyes right now.
Will's pumped up right now. I don't blame him because he
There's
hosted
nothing
a
behind
hell
those
of a beer
eyes.
Olympics.
I love it.
I am truly
Well,
like I am
I
fired
did-
up.
What do you think
but
about
I'm-
beer Olympics, where everybody just slams beer and then we get really fucking skinny out?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Manjaro, where we just fucking shoot ourselves
Yeah.
in the
Will,
gut.
I do feel bad that I pulled you in the pool when you had your phone in your pocket, but it still works.
Dude, it made for the best content. Because
Yeah.
you're sitting there and you're like, obviously we went through whatever we went through. Fuck it.
Fuck
We had to bring it back to Nashville. If Dave doesn't do that, we obviously do not bring it back to Nashville.
Right.
It is what it is. You guys wanted it the entire time. And when you're sitting there in the fucking pool, pulling me in, like,
That's the moment.
dude,
You saw my ass. Too.
truly did not matter. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, Big Cat's pulling me in. I sound ridiculous because we were fucked up right now. But I'm seriously thinking like, yo, I love this, bro. I
love you.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Hey, I
It's
love
great.
you.
It's great.
I love you.
Hey, Will, guess what? Right now, you're getting paid for this.
I fucking
Like,
love you.
this is the dream job.
Yes.
Will, have you ever uttered the words when you were drunk with your boys, hey, look at that chick?
When we were fucking, Taylor and I were in the fucking mix of it, and we were against Bakhtiari. Everybody's
That
kinda-
was a
people-
weird way of
Hey,
going off.
people were
that,
rooting
okay?
for us. We're kind of rooting against Bakhtiari, and we're sitting there like looking at his wife, like, "Hey, we have to steal. We have to steal.
We have
his
to
wife
beat
right
him
now.
in front of his wife.
We have to fucking take this
But that's
moment."
like that's man shit.
That's
Like,
a normal
That's-
thing to say, like when you're at a bar and you see like a hot girl, like look at that girl.
yeah. Bro.
I need to conquer
Max,
this.
Yeah.
even you,
Take-
bro, like,
yeah.
legitimately,
We gotta steal that guy's wife.
you guys pulling
I'm not
up.
saying that.
I'll tell you what. There was,
I almost teed him up for that.
one
I
thing-
put on a ref. I put on a ref jersey.
One thing I noticed with Will and Taylor, they oh shit, oh no, I just spilled.
That's fine. It's
You
a-
guys
it's a
got a
haunted
Spartan
house.
mentality for sure. Like we pull up to the gate and you're like, we're the 300, and
Yeah.
who are these Persians?
And
coming in?
Taylor last year, like we were kind of, a little abrasive about people beating us.
Yeah.
But dude, you guys, Big Cat, you guys stepping in, it was. I am hammered. Do
you think Taylor really cares about this couch?
Fun. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, he absolutely cares about that. Couch.
Hey, Taylor left. I promise you, he's sitting there thinking like, "Damn, I wish they would just let me know. Can I please be a part of this?" I swear.
I said to him, I tried to call him.
Call him right now. Max, you too, bro. Like, the moment that you were sitting there like, hey, are they going to cancel this? Yada, yada, yada. Obviously, I was fired up about it. It is what it is. When you guys fully bought in, got off the fucking trailer, the body armor,
picking up. I don't even
and
know.
bought in, dude, Max, I was so fired up, bro.
Yeah, no, it was so much fun.
Number one, because PFT, obviously, we have our commonalities about the whole thing. But even Big Cat, we went back and forth about it all. Big Cat was on vacation. Dude, I'm so happy you guys came.
I'm happy.
very
that you
Legitimately,
guys-
I
I
am
had a
so
great time.
hammered.
We're for
And
the
you're-
boys.
Let's-
Your boys are smiling right now because I'm hammered, but I'm legitimately.
We're for the boys.
It's a great
I'm
hammer.
so hammered.
Respect. So I was thinking earlier today that I don't remember any of the questions that they asked us when we did the interview earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have our concussion test.
I have no idea.
Dude,
You guys ready?
Carlos Dunlap.
Wait.
Wait. No, he's going to ask the question.
No. I'm gonna ask a question.
Go ahead.
So we just got to
All right, ready?
We got to nail these.
Okay.
We're with each other.
We got him. Boys.
Let Will go first, PFT.
Okay, all right.
Let Will try hard.
And then we'll step in and
You
help.
know.
Yeah.
I know a couple. I don't know all of them.
Dude,
I was trying to remember the story this morning,
Oh, I have no idea.
All right,
Go ahead,
ready?
Max.
and I don't know.
The first one is 4 random words, which is the toughest one, probably.
I do know.
What do you mean?
I
by
know
four-
at least
It's 4
three of
random
these.
words from the interview that we just did.
My mind actually might be sharper than it's ever been because.
One of them was.
Wait. Let him
Dude.
try. Let him try. Let him try.
Let's say Carlos Dunlap.
Nope.
No.
You're not that.
What do you? What?
I think one of them was tits.
No, it's titsandaskalore.com.
There we go.
Bang.
Yes.
That's
There we
Dude,
go.
I actually love doing this because my mind, I haven't thought of it until this morning, and I was like, damn, I got
But what's the reason? I think
steel
we should
trap
get-
because Will used to jerk off to it.
Jerk off.
I
My
think
dad-
there should be a reasoning for each of these.
My
Okay.
dad.
Oh, I might not have reasonings. Fuck.
My dad pulled me aside and go, "Hey, what's titsandaskalore.com?" And I was like, "Dad."
Dad.
He goes, "You ever fucking log onto that? I will box your fucking jaws in."
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I love my dad, dude. Bill Compton Jr. is the absolute
The best.
best.
Wait, you're Will Compton the third?
The third.
Hell yeah.
William Earl the
The
third.
third.
But my dad is
WE3.
was hardcore for whatever reason about porn because my boy, we go over to his spot like, oh shit, we can hit up some porn and my parents won't know. We go over to his spot, jerk off.
Together?
Yeah. Big guy, I'm not joking.
Yeah, no,
Me and
no.
my boy Logan. He said,
Logan's out there taking strays.
Yo, shout out Logan. If you're listening for AWL,
Yo,
that's
we-
awesome. You got to jerk off with an
we
NFL
would
player.
sit there and like, yo, we had a jerk off moment. Hey,
You would stare at each other?
yeah, hey, you do your thing. I'm gonna go in the other room. I'll leave the other room.
Oh,
you
I
swap
was gonna
seats.
say,
Yeah.
take
It
this
sounded
back,
like
take
you were
this back.
staring at each other while you were jerking
He would
off.
hit the
dude.
thing, and his dad was like, "Hey, you guys gotta chill out. Like, I have to clean the computer up."
Yeah.
Because then he's going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
When,
Not because
when
of Con.
the woman of the house.
Yeah, not because of all that stuff. But I'm sitting there like, yo,
You're
my
defiling
boy's
his.
dad. Like,
Yeah.
yo, because we would get done every day, probably middle school.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, yo, we can jerk off at Logan's house.
Logan, yeah.
Logan would have us in the basement. His dad would find all the shit and be like, "Hey, you guys gotta calm down because you guys are out of control."
You drive by his house to this day, you get a
doubt.
boner. Yeah.
No doubt. Hey, but hey, your mom's gonna find you out.
Yeah.
Your mom's gonna find you out.
And that was titsandaskalore.com.
Tits and
I love it. I
Askalore.com.
love
We
it.
have so much more to get to.
And my dad
So
was
much
like,
more to
All
get
right.
to.
"Hey, you
All right.
ever get
Do
the
you have
tits
any
and
other? Do you have any
Askalore.com?"
other of the words? I have
There's
all.
4 more
I have the
random
other,
words.
No, 3 more.
3 more.
I have the
know
other
that.
3.
Carlos Dunlap.
No,
No, that's a.
I have them all. Ready?
Yeah.
Monday. 30% vibes.
all of those are correct.
Let's go.
Vibes.
All of
Now I
those are
don't
correct.
know what Monday. Oh, Monday is because you told me
You know Monday.
The
that it was on
24th,
Monday.
not the 25th.
30% I think is Taylor Swift.
Yup.
All right.
30%
Vibes.
what?
That she was going to come to beer games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hank-
Which is that was my favorite.
Hey, they drove a boat. Hank was ready to kill somebody for
No,
the boat.
no. Wait, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. He's got to do the.
all right.
Wait, I don't know what vibes were.
I think it's just bring the vibes to the beer Olympics.
You want me to tell you what vibes were?
Where's vibes?
That was when you were going to trade our memes for their memes.
Oh, yeah. Better
Of
vibes.
Who were the vibes guys?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean by armies for their memes?
Our
What
guy
does that
memes for one of your memes, guys.
You said we had to add.
That's memes.
You said we had
You're
to add
a
cash for your memes.
Cash considerations.
Dude,
And
That's Shane, by the way. He's never had a hot dog.
hey, Waka Flocka Flame being like, yo, we need glizzies?
yeah.
Is that not insane?
He said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane would have had his first glizzy.
He goes, how we gonna have a white boy party and we gonna be drinking and being drunk and we not gonna have glizzies? I was like, hey, Mr. Waka
question.
Flocka.
He was
we-
awesome.
Good question.
Shane, you know Shane's never had a lemonade.
Yep.
You? You
Yeah.
never had lemonade?
Lemonade or a hot dog.
He had his first sandwich last week.
He's never had a cupcake.
Legitimately, you never had
Never
a
had a
lemonade?
cupcake.
Why?
And he's never had a pretzels.
Why?
He's weird, dude.
Yeah.
He's a
Why?
weirdo.
I truly don't.
So wait,
I
we're
don't get
gonna
why
trade
you're laughing.
our
He's a
memes
crazy
for your
weirdo.
memes and a bro to be named later.
Fuck that, dude. We'll take your guys' memes.
You can have him.
Why is that funny? I don't understand why you're sitting there laughing about you.
Oh shit! Breaking news.
Oh no.
Breaking
This
news.
better not be serious.
Breaking news.
Is this about the Kelseys?
Please don't be
Breaking
serious.
Dude, the fucking Swifties.
Taylor Swift.
Breaking news.
Travis
I want
Kelce
Will's thoughts first.
Okay.
The Brooklyn Nets have agreed in principle on a trade to send Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks for Bojan Bogdanovic, 4 unprotected first-round picks, a protected first-round pick via Bucks, an unprotected pick swap, and a second-rounder, sources tell ESPN. Will, thoughts?
Dude, I am so fired up for JJ Redick being the LA Lakers.
Will's a huge NBA guy.
Second round pick swap, protected some first rounders, and Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Is he going to the Lakers?
No, they're going. It's the Knicks and the
Knicks.
Nets.
Shane,
I don't get what's
It's
so
Brooklyn
funny.
and Manhattan.
Shane's laughing at you right now.
Shane, shout out Shane.
Shout out Shane.
Dude, I have no clue what the fuck's going on with the NBA.
Shane watched his first hockey game last night.
When,
All right, so
when JJ got the call, I remember texting him like, "Dog, hey, your pizza takes are terrible, but shout out you for getting the fucking LA Lakers job."
It's pretty good.
Because he's thinking about going to Franklin.
what?
He's thinking about going to Franklin in Nashville, bro.
What? Franklin what?
Oh, like
Franklin,
moving to
moving.
Franklin, Tennessee.
Oh,
But now he's moving to LA. Yeah. But at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, like, he sat there and called me. He goes, "Hey, Comp, you and Taylor." He goes, "Keep it. Keep what you guys got." And I literally sat there, and I'm thinking to myself, "What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
Is there a reason you're telling me that?"
that's how I feel right now.
He goes, "Man, keep it simple."
Oh,
And I was like, "Hey." He goes, I go,
what's happening right now?
This is not the most insane. I go, can I, I'm believing what's on the internet, right? Like you're the LA Lakers coach. He's like, no, I'm not. I have no clue what's about to happen. I'm about to call, he's like, I'm about to call the,
Franklin.
Franklin, the Franklin mayor.
Game 7 series.
Oh, yeah. You're about to
Riverdale.
call the
NBA
game. Yeah,
Finals.
yeah, yeah.
I'm about to call the finals.
Yeah,
Game
you
7.
didn't know the name of the finals?
Yeah, he goes, that's all I know I'm focused on.
Talking to Michael.
Laughing. And I'm laughing with him. Because I gave him a couple schools because he was asking like, what are the spots down south in Franklin that would be good?
Right.
I'm giving him a couple schools, but I'm like laughing. I'm like, is there a reason you're telling me this? He goes, man, I have a few masters. He goes, I have the masters, like, the old man of the 3, that's a master. Mm-hmm. He goes,
Tommy
LeBron.
Alston, big boss. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, LeBron, this new pod I came out with,
Yeah.
that's a master. ESPN's a master.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All these things are masters. He goes, what you and Taylor have is so fun. You guys need to just keep it simple.
Right.
Don't get caught up in everything else.
Yeah.
And we're literally, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, yo, JJ Redick is calling me. He had called me. And I'm thinking to myself, is he the new LA Lakers head coach? Because I'm congratulating him. And he's sitting there like, hey, keep what you and Taylor have. And we sit there in silence for a moment. Mm-hmm. And I go, is there a reason you're telling me this? And he's like, man, you have all these different masters. What you guys have in the Barstool world, and you guys can relate to this. He's like, you guys have so much fun. Like, when you make it serious, it is a different world that you guys are in.
Talking to Mike Billy.
Yeah. He's like, this is a different world that you guys are in.
Yeah.
Just make sure you continue to have fun and make the most of it, man.
Yeah,
Love that.
it is great. No one gives us notes about anything. We just get to say, we get to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like JJ Redick is calling me. My boys that is obsessed with JJ Redick back in the day. NCAA, you're fighting for Duke or UNC, and this dude is calling me, telling me, being like, hey, what you guys have, keep it. Keep it safe.
Do you think JJ can make LeBron better than MJ?
I have no clue. I say that I am absolutely hammered right now saying that.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh. Wait,
I
what do you
think
think
MJ's
about the
a good
Mikal Bridges trade, though?
I don't even know who that is, bro. I
All right,
don't know who that
Here,
is.
I'll explain it to you.
Bogdanovich.
Mikal Bridges, Max is very upset right now because Mikal Bridges is one of his favorite Villanova players, and now the Knicks have literally every single Villanova player that he loves.
I also know him. Like, I've known him for a very long time. I've known him since I was in middle school.
When you say that, what does that mean?
It's like if the Cowboys had every Nebraska player.
No. Like, I grew up with Mikal. Like, I know Mikal, and I'm upset.
And he's a Sixers fan, and the Knicks are really good, and they lost.
And they have
to the
all
Knicks.
of my Nova guys, and I hate
And
the
Jay
Knicks
Wright's
so
probably
much.
going to coach him.
It was
I
the one
forgot
thing
about
that
part, yeah.
it was the one thing that I could
Or
hold
maybe
on
Danny
to.
Hurley's going to coach him and do a better job
Yeah.
coaching them than Jay Wright did.
Yeah.
It was the one thing that I could hold on to because I'm a huge Nova basketball fan, and for forever I was like, all right, at least Mikal's not there. Like, I've known Mikal since I was in like the 6th grade.
Yeah.
And now he's with like my least favorite team with like all my other favorite players in
Yeah.
Nova. And,
Yeah, so
and
it
it
sucks.
really hurts.
Max
And
is
I was just
upset.
going through
Yeah.
it right there trying to figure
Yeah.
out.
You're upset.
No, I'm very
It's
upset.
he's very
I'm
upset.
actually very upset.
He's
I'm
very
upset.
upset.
Are you a basketball guy for real?
Yeah.
I am as big of a
He's hoop head.
yeah. I'm
All
as
his
big of a
life.
villain. I'm more of a Villanova basketball fan
He's a bucket
than
man.
anything.
He's about to cry.
So all of the
what's it
Villanova
mean to
basketball
you?
guys being at the Knicks
Sucks.
sucks, especially the one guy that like if I were to see Mikal like walking down the street, I'd be like, that's my guy. Like I just
When you see JJ get the head coaching job for the Lakers, what does that mean to you?
literally nothing. I don't care about the Lakers at all. Like I care about
Will
the Knicks.
interviewed one basketball player, and that's all he brings it back to.
No, I love that. I love
Dog, no question, Big Cat. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I remember hitting my boys up because they were so obsessed with JJ Redick. Everybody was. Every white boy was that, tried to shoot the three. Mm-hmm. And when we had him on the pod, I remember hitting my boys up like, yo, JJ Redick came on the podcast. He had an abysmal pizza review about, whatever he said. Shit was garbage. But other than that, I'm thinking to myself like, yo, how sick is it that JJ Redick came on the podcast? How sick is it that JJ Redick came on the podcast? You know what I mean? Yeah. And now that he has the head coaching job, I'm not a big basketball guy. Mm-hmm. Clearly I'm not sitting here, JJ Redick sitting here, what was it, a 4th grade head coaching job that he had?
Assistant volunteer.
Yeah. He's kind of like a pioneer for a guy who is
Podcaster.
For
guys
like
for
us.
athletes, podcaster, everything else. It just fires me up that he has a head coaching job.
And it's
And
crazy.
Sal
that-
LeBron James, low key, made himself into a head coach.
and it's crazy that that Nova has all these players on Knicks.
That is crazy.
When you say Nova, is that where Max comes in?
Yeah. Max is a big.
Gail Bridges just got
So
traded.
do you hate JJ?
I have JJ means nothing to me right now.
I don't know.
I'm like going through it right now that like
Will,
also Will, this is another thing. The Sixers were also rumored to go after him because the Sixers drafted Mikal.
When you say
But we
Sixers are
traded
going
him
after
for
him,
nothing.
you're saying Philly went after JJ to be the head coach.
We already had JJ. Philly had
sorry.
JJ.
Hey, Will. Hey, let's bring this back. Will,
Dude, pardon my
Will,
take,
Will,
fans.
Will,
I am
no,
so sorry.
no,
I
it's
feel
okay.
like I'm like fucking up.
it's Beer Olympics. Will, what do you think about the Mikal Bridges trade?
I don't even. I'll be honest. I don't. Who's Mikal
He's
Bridges?
really good.
Where did he come from?
He was. Now he is on the Knicks, which is one of Max's least favorite teams.
Is he a Laker?
He's not a
Like,
Laker.
dude, all this has happened. I swear to God, I'm just like rooting for JJ. Man.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that.
Like, you
Just ride or die for JJ.
you came out of nowhere. And
That's huge.
Yeah, it's like
JJ.
JJ Redick.
Right.
My boys are so. I don't know.
The boys are pumped.
Yeah.
The boys are pumped.
Yeah,
The boys are pumped.
I sit there and brag to him. I'm like, hey, literally, JJ Redick came on the podcast.
Yeah, good dude.
Played pig.
What about
And somebody beat him.
what about Bogdan Bojanovic?
I don't know.
He just got traded
Yeah, I'm sorry.
for Mikal
bro.
Bridges.
That's why y'all are number one, man. Y'all are, I have no clue.
I think he's a JJ guy. I think JJ could do some good with him.
I'm all about JJ.
Yeah, you are. I respect that.
Yeah.
Like, if there's any question out there if Will Compton is a fan of JJ Redick, let's put that to bed.
I'm trying to
All
get
right,
him
let's keep going.
a
Yeah,
good school,
Hey, concussion test, Will.
a good
Yeah.
home.
Where
Hey.
are we? I have no idea. Where
We
we're
did the
at.
words.
Okay.
All right, Carlos Dunlap.
That is going to come up, I think.
All right,
All right.
Go.
Ask a question.
I have to pull up. Like, all right. This one's you. You know this answer.
Tennessee, Peerless Price.
Bang.
I remember that one.
Wait, the question was, where did Peerless Price go to school?
No, it was-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
That's correct.
good answer.
Who has the longest rush in Super Bowl history?
That would be Fat. Is that Fast Willie Parker?
Yes.
Bang. Next question. What running back has led the position in yak in 2023?
Brees Hall.
Nice.
You guys are all over this.
I'm not.
Brees Hall.
Let's let Will answer.
I'm not Googling, by
Say
the
the
way.
question.
Brees Lightning.
What running back has led the position in yak in the past year?
Brees Hall.
Yeah, Will.
There we go.
Fuck yes.
The boy.
All right, Will, this one's also for you. Ready?
Oh, come on, Will.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
this. You got this. You got
I
this.
got you.
Who was the only AFC team to win a Super Bowl but not an AFC championship game? This one's for you, Will.
Come on, Will.
Jets.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Good job,
Jets.
Will.
We got
Jets.
this.
Yeah.
Jets.
Got
Nailed
this.
You guys are so close. Last one, I'm not even going to ask a question. What is it?
No,
Will?
do it.
Carlos Dunlap.
Yes.
That's
Who
you.
was the Bengals' all-time sack leader?
Hey, that's you, BC.
Florida.
Big CD.
Who was the Bengals' all-time
Florida.
sack leader?
Carlos Dunlap.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Do we do the
No, we're going to do the riddle, and then the
you think
story
there's-
is the hardest part.
Do you think there's still some pizza outside?
Yes, 100%.
I forgot.
The story is the hardest part.
Okay.
So we're going to do the riddle first, and then we're going to get to the story.
Okay.
Okay.
Doctor was a woman.
Oh, Okay.
Where's Hank?
My brain is a steel trap.
What
It's a glove.
has 4 fingers and a thumb but isn't alive?
Oh, I remember this. Will, you got it?
You got it, Will. Will,
You got
go.
the-
Will?
Will, get it. You got it.
Bang.
Glove. Nailed it.
All right, last thing, story.
The hamburger helper glove.
You said that.
Okay.
Hang on. Big Cat's got it.
No, I have the start. I need some help.
All right.
I'm going to ask you
Ronan,
details along
Ronan
the
and
way.
Hank are in a boat.
Yes.
Ronan and Hank.
Already wrong.
Hank is in a boat.
Hank is in a boat with Max.
Yes.
Correct.
Hank and Max go to a boat.
And then Hank crashes the boat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wrong.
Okay.
The
Hank.
boat
Runs out of gas.
The boat has a problem. Hank is there to save it.
No. Hank and Max are in a boat.
We're gonna.
The
I'm gonna
boat
give
runs
you.
out of gas.
I'm gonna give you runs out of gas. That's not exactly correct. I'm gonna give you
boat
that. though.
breaks.
Engine stalled. I'm
Engine
gonna give
stalls.
Engine sauce.
And then
Hank.
No.
Yeah.
Hank hits Max in the head with a paddle.
Hank decides I'm gonna fuck him up.
No.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
No. Roan shows up.
Bang.
Shut up, Max. God
What
damn.
did he show up on though? There was a detail.
He showed up like, hey, I'm about to save y'all boys.
No.
On a
He
dinghy.
he
Blue
stabs.
something.
Blue is correct. Blue is the correct
blue
color, which
rowboat.
is way more impressive than you remember
Blue
that.
something.
was a blue rowboat.
Nope.
He stabs
A blue
Max.
jet ski.
Yes.
Blue jet ski.
He
Okay.
stabs Max in the head with a screwdriver.
No. Oh.
Oh. Are we
Will
close?
is correct.
Will.
Will is correct.
But why did he? Roan said, "I can only take one of you,"
Right? Yes.
and
Bang.
then Max stabs Hank in the head with a screwdriver.
Rowan stabs Max in the head.
Roan stabs
Hank-
Hank in the head
Hank
with a screwdriver.
No, Max stabs Hank in the head with a screwdriver.
No, Roan stabs Hank in the head with a screwdriver.
Wrong.
Hank stabs Max in the head with a screwdriver.
Hank stabs Max in the head with a screwdriver.
And then he gets on the jet ski
They drive
and they
off.
go back to shore.
there you go.
Fen.
That's the whole
Bang.
story.
Is that
did
it?
That's the whole story. Yeah. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Max and Hank went out on the boat. Hank was confident in his boating abilities until the engine stalled and we were stuck in the middle of the lake. Luckily, Roan had a blue jet ski on the shore and was able to come out for a rescue mission. But the jet ski only had room for one person on the jet ski. So Hank stabbed Max with a screw. The fact that you remembered screwdriver is very impressive, Will. Very impressive. I thought that was going to be the one that got everyone out of place.
Say that again.
And hopped.
Very impressive.
You just did a good job, Will. That's all.
That was a lot of fun. We had a great day. We're going to guess a random number right now to end the show.
1 through 100.
1 through 100.
1 through 100.
All
and
right.
you can't guess 18.
I'm down.
So say any number.
Okay, ready?
I'm going to say 25 for Mikhail's Nova number.
I'm going to say 8.
I'm going to say 18.
Oh, okay. I'll say 65.
What does that mean?
15.
None of us got it.
What, hang on.
None
what
of
does
us
that
got
mean?
it. None of us got it.
It's something Bussin will probably do in like 3 years.
Love you guys.